All right, welcome to episode 11 of Tumbling Podcast of Flesh. This is Corey's Crypt.
This is BDG Reviews.
All right, man. So this is our first kind of like Halloween episode for October, because I'm pretty sure as long as we're doing this podcast every October, we'll do like big franchises.
Yeah, definitely.
Because usually October is when they release the huge franchises.
Yeah.
But so about a few weeks ago, we announced that we were having that contest for the 1990s It Blu-ray.
Yep.
And we asked people if they wanted to win a copy to like the Facebook page, which is facebook.com/tumblingpodcast. And they just had to like that and comment #ItBlueRizzle.
Yeah.
And a couple people entered, and I got all their names in a cup here. So I'm going to go ahead and draw them right now. And, we'll announce it on the Facebook, too. And the winners, I'll also just message privately and get their addresses.
Yeah.
All right, so the first one I'm drawing is Jerry Herring.
Okay.
I think that's how you say his last name. So he won one. All right.
Cool.
Time of the next name. Lauren Gillespie III won, so that's cool. Got a female. That's pretty cool. I hope it's a female, and maybe not.
You never
actually
know.
Looks like a dude, actually, so my bad to you.
Well,
you got a free It Blu-ray, so it's cool.
Yep.
All right, but and then the third person, Carl Andre Espinosa. So I'm actually glad that dude won, because he's been commenting a lot, on this group. Like everything we've posted, he's liked and commented on or whatever. So I'm really glad that dude won. So those three people, I'm going to message you privately, and we'll also announce it on the Facebook.
Yeah.
So congratulations on that. So we got the contest out of the way. And let's just move on to news here, because there's some interesting stuff here.
Yeah.
All right, man. So Stephen King planning on writing one more Dark Tower story.
I don't know what to make of that. I mean, from what I heard, it was pretty much done.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But hey, if he thinks he can do it.
Yeah, when I read it, I thought it was he was doing it maybe because the movie did so poorly, I thought maybe that was it, but if it's already finished, he probably wrote that before the movie even came out.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, and we know he he goes like completely overboard. He has like, they say when he dies, there's going to be like another 5 or 6 years worth of books. That are already done,
That's good, though. I like that.
Yeah.
Kind of like what they do into Tupac and stuff like that,
Yeah.
They have so much Biggie. They just released a new Biggie album with, that's beyond the point, though, but that's cool, though, that these artists are doing that.
Yeah, I just dig the fact, that new stuff still comes out. Definitely. Well, new for us as fans,
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a bit weird. Sometimes you get someone who's been dead for 15, 20 years, and then all of a sudden something new comes out and you're like, well, where's this been?
Yeah, definitely. While we're on book news, I don't know if you go to Dread Central for your news or what, but...
I usually go to Bloody Disgusting, but I've been to Dread Central at times, yeah.
Okay, but did you see the thing where Clive Barker writes Hellraiser sequel and book called The Toll? It's called Hellraiser The Toll, and it's a Hellraiser novel.
Well, I'm totally fine with that.
I love that. Because the Scarlet Gospel was cool, but it was like mixed with the dude from Lord of Illusions and stuff.
Yeah.
And I like that this is just a straight up Hellraiser novel.
Yeah.
And
that's pretty cool,
I also wonder why he's been doing a lot of focusing on Hellraiser recently.
Yeah, well, I know he had plans for a remake.
Yeah, I remember that. Why they didn't do it.
Yeah, I it might still be in the works for all we know. I mean,
what's the one that's coming out? Is it Hellraiser Judgment or something?
yeah, Hellraiser Judgment. It's by the guy. I think it's how can I describe it? I think it's like the guy that directed, not the last one, but the one before, or the one before that. So I don't know.
When is that supposed to come out? I've heard about that forever now.
I know I keep hearing stuff, but I've never got like an exact date. I'm really looking forward to it because I always love Hellraiser movies.
I know. I even like the last one. We've been over that before, but
oh yeah, so do I.
I really do like that one. Good. So I've been really excited for this. I've liked the concept art.
Yeah.
They got for all the Cenobites and stuff, and they have to release it soon, I think, because of rights. So I mean, it's got to come soon.
Yeah. I would definitely assume it would be out sooner rather than later. Yeah. You know, because like you said, the whole rights thing. You know, and you got you got to do it right. You got to get it out there. Otherwise, you're just going to piss people off.
Yeah, especially since it's done and it's got to come soon. I kept hearing it was coming out during October.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it obviously doesn't look like that's happening.
No, I think we'll probably get like I don't know, maybe like an early 2018 perhaps.
Yeah.
I would like it to be sooner. If people are listening who happen to know, come on, you know.
Yeah, I hope they at least drop a trailer this year.
Oh, yeah, that'd be
something,
awesome.
You know?
Yeah, because, I mean, I kind of dig the guy that is playing Pinhead.
Yeah, he actually don't look too bad.
Yeah, and I mean, he's like, what's the word I'm looking for? He seems to have like a genuine like love of the character and everything.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, so that's pretty good. You know.
Yeah, I'm always excited for new Hellraiser news. So the fact that movie's coming out, and Clive Barker's got the book coming out, which Clive Barker is my favorite author.
Well, my
second favorite author actually.
Yeah.
But Jack Ketchum's first, but.
Oh well, yeah.
But Clive Barker, he's a second because I love his short stories.
Oh yeah, they're awesome.
So, but I like the not the Telltale Heart, the Hellbound Heart.
Hellbound Heart, yeah.
And, I like the Scarlet Gospel, so I'm excited for this.
Yeah, I think they're both going to be good.
Yeah.
You know, and honestly, let's be honest. You know, the more Hellraiser there is in the world, the better.
Yeah, definitely. And even the worst Hellraiser sequels, I like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Hellworld and
well, a lot of people.
There's also some about every one I do love, like even Inferno.
See, I really like Inferno.
Yeah, I like it too because I think Pinhead looks awesome in that. Like in the end when it's snowing and everything.
Yeah. I mean, it's a totally different type of you know, Pinhead, if you will. You know, he's going with like you know, the originals were always about like the physical torture of it.
Yeah.
Where by the time you get to part 5, it's more like mental torture. Definitely. And stuff, you know? And it can definitely be argued it goes away from the original intent. And that probably is true, but it's just taking it in a different direction. It's something you need to do because I mean, if all you have is a movie of people torturing people all the time, it's going to get old.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, you need to switch it up. Yeah.
But the next piece of news is something that's really sad to hear because I've heard it 2 different instances. One, Netflix pushes back The Punisher because of the Las Vegas shooting. And the second instance, I just read that American Horror Story is editing their upcoming episode because of the shooting. Now, I feel bad for all the people that died. It was obviously a huge tragedy. But this is, this podcast is a horror podcast. It's horror entertainment podcast. So,
yeah.
To me, this is bullshit, man. This dude does this, and now everyone else has to suffer. You know, far entertainment value goes. You know what I mean?
And I mean, the fact of the matter is, like, you know, what happened in Vegas has absolutely nothing to do with horror movies or anything.
I know. When are people going to stop doing that? You know what I mean? Like, blaming movies for this stuff. And the weird thing is, I haven't heard anybody blame the shooting for the movies, but yet all these people are pulling back these movies and stuff. It's...
Yeah. I mean, to a point, I can get it. I mean, like, say you were going to, like, be filming there, like, in Vegas, like, the next day.
No, stuff's already done.
I can,
like,
yeah,
Punisher and stuff's already done.
Yeah, so there's no reason. I mean, sure, maybe it could be argued, just to add a good taste, you put it back a bit.
Yeah. Well, I heard in American Horror Story, in the upcoming episode, there is a mass shooting in the episode.
Well, there was a mass shooting in the first season, too. And,
yeah, and then the Punisher, I mean, that's what that character is. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
It's like, yeah, whatever. That's just sad to me that some idiot ruined it for everybody.
Yeah, that's always the case, isn't it? I mean, it's never just... You wouldn't have mind if they said, after the event, we looked and we thought we could do it better a different way.
Yeah.
That you wouldn't really mind,
Yeah.
But, it's almost like you're letting some jackass who's gone and, like, killed a bunch of people, you're letting his actions, like, grow beyond what he's done.
Yeah.
You're letting it affect people that, weren't affected, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's alarming too because it makes you wonder how much more stuff is going to happen, or how much more stuff is going to be pushed back, or just if maybe they were contemplating on making a certain something. Like, what if they were contemplating like Friday the 13th or something, and now they're like, oh, too much violence in the world now, let's tone it back. So they gotta wait another 10 years for it,
Yeah. I could understand if it was something like they were planning on making a movie about a guy that went to Las Vegas and, shot up people.
Yeah.
I could understand putting that back, and just because of, like just to be like good about it,
You know what's what's like weird to me too?
Mm-hmm.
Is all this stuff is getting all this stuff is getting pushed back, right?
Yeah.
But yet Death Wish just got a release date for November 22nd.
I know.
Now, out of all movies to get pushed back, wouldn't you think Death Wish would be the first one?
Yeah.
It's about a guy dispatching people. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know. It makes you seriously wonder sometimes. Like
man.
Where people's brains are.
Yeah. Like if anything should get... I mean, I don't think anything should get pushed back, but if it's between, like, Death Wish and Punisher, like, I like Death Wish, but
yeah,
I feel like that should get pushed back more than Punisher.
Yeah, well, it's closer to what's actually happened,
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It just makes you shake your head sometimes.
Yeah, it's really dumb, man.
Yeah, I think sometimes they overreach.
Yeah, it's just these entertainment people don't really know what they're doing, so...
Yeah, that's
true.
Thank
God for the indie scene, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Indies don't care.
yeah, with no major studio, they could release whatever, whenever. So thank God for that.
Yeah.
But, were you about to say something?
No, that's good for me.
All right, man. So, I thought this was interesting, too, here. The new Alien film that Ridley Scott's going to make is set to focus on Michael Fassbender and AI, and he doesn't want to focus on xenomorphs or aliens. Is that the dumbest thing you ever heard?
It is. I mean, I like Ridley Scott and everything, but
Neil Blomkamp do it, dude.
Yeah, just hand over the reins.
Neil Blomkamp even wants to put Sigourney Weaver in it and everything.
Yeah.
It's like, just let him do it. Like, we get it. This franchise is your baby.
Yeah.
But, dude, just step aside, man. Like...
Yeah, I mean...
I'd rather have James Cameron back at this point.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, hell, James Cameron to come in and make something completely different.
Yeah.
Which is... I guess really kind of the problem with the newer Alien movies, right? They tried to do something different with Prometheus, but they went too far. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where, yeah, it's a bit of a strange one, you know.
If I was looking for, if I was a writer for one of these alien movies, all you literally have to do is just go back to the comics. There's so many good stories just in the comics that you wouldn't even have to think of an original idea.
Yeah.
Because to the mass majority of people, one of the comic stories would be a fresh new idea, you know?
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, there were definitely some good comic stories. I mean,
there's so many of them throughout the 80s and 90s that...
Yeah.
Same with Hellraiser. Like, you could never not make a Hellraiser sequel because there's hundreds of Hellraiser short stories just in comic form.
Oh, yeah, well, one thing, like, with Hellraiser, which is something I always wish they would have done, would have been go with different, like, Cenobites and everything.
Yeah. They should do like they should make a show like for Showtime or something like the Hellraiser, a whole universe. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that would be neat.
Like, don't even have Pinhead, just all different other rulers of hell. You know what I mean? Or whatever.
And the same with Alien. You know, it's such like the possibilities are just so many and varied.
Yeah.
That you're I don't know, they're like sticking too close to the source material. You know, like they're going out of their way at times to tie it back to the first Alien, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. But
I thought it was cool.
You know, it's cool that they do it, but also, you know, it's time to switch it up a bit.
Yeah,
you know?
And in all honesty, I don't even care if a new Alien movie ever comes out, you know?
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's
same with Terminator. It's like that news doesn't get me hyped anymore.
I know. It's the sort of thing. In theory, they could be good. You know.
Yeah.
But my hopes aren't high.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, I'm kind of on the lower tier of being excited for those.
Yeah. So the next part of news I have, which kind of surprised me, was Blumhouse wants to reboot the Paranormal Activity franchise.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I'm down for more. They were all kind of cool.
They were.
The last one was kind of lame. In the Spanish, the marked ones, I didn't care for too much. But all the other ones, they were pretty decent, I thought.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I think it was part 3, where they go into that back room house and there's like Coven of Witches in there.
Yeah.
Remember, and they all start walking slow, following her into that was actually a really freaky ending.
Oh, definitely, yeah. I mean, it's the sort of thing, there's definite life left in that series.
Yeah, they made the mistake of showing it, though, and it looking like black, smoke or something.
Yeah, it looked dumb.
Yeah, they definitely should have kept it hidden.
Yeah, and I mean, also, they made it too big.
Yeah, they definitely should have.
I
hope they do make another one to kind of redeem themselves.
Yeah, what I always liked in the original, remember when they put the baby powder on the floor?
Yeah.
And you just saw these feet, and they were like kind of small. There's just something inherently creepy about small demonic things.
Yeah.
You know, and so I kind of wish they'd gone that way. You know.
Yeah. No, but I'd definitely see. I would never see them in theaters, but when they came out on video, I'd see them.
Yeah, I saw a couple in theaters, but eventually it just got to a point where, after part 2, I saw parts 1 and 2 in theaters, then part 3 came out, and I just totally ignored it until the Blu-ray came out. I kind of regret that.
Yeah.
And then I honestly, I've never even watched part 4, but I watched the other ones.
Yeah.
I don't know why I haven't watched part 4. I have the Blu-ray. I've just never bothered to watch it. I didn't hear good things about it though. So.
I mean, I barely remember it. I remember some kind of effect with all these little green dots everywhere.
Oh yeah, something with it had like a Xbox.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, the Xbox Connect or whatever. No, that's a Connect. Yeah, Connect. I don't know. They had that thing and they were using it to like show things. I don't know.
Yeah, I barely remember it.
I'd like to see them go in a completely different direction with it, though. I'd like
family.
Not just that. I'd like to see them go all like what's like how could I describe it? Like, say you were gonna go like all like so like my brain's not working. Get out of the found footage side.
Oh, if it turned into like a real film?
Turn it into a real film and show us like, take advantage of the what's the word I'm looking for? Man, my brain's just really not working today. Take advantage of the potential of these stories because, you could do a lot, like effects-wise and everything with it. Just show us something a bit different. Don't show us, you're looking at like a still picture for a bunch of minutes, and then all of a sudden, like a door opens.
Yeah.
It's a bit unnecessary, I guess you could say.
Definitely. Yeah, I only saw the first one in theaters. I thought it was all right, but after all that, I saw them on video, and like I said, the marked ones in the last one I thought were awful. So.
Yeah. See, I actually didn't mind the marked ones, just because I kind of liked how it kind of went back to what was going on in the first movie.
Yeah, but it was like stuff that took me out of it, though. Like all of a sudden he could grind down the skate rail, Like, all the way down, like superhero type stuff. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, that was a bit much. Did you ever see the Japanese one?
What, Paranormal Activity?
Yeah, they did a Japanese it was called like a Paranormal Activity Tokyo Nights.
I think I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it.
It's essentially the first movie.
Is it good though, or?
It's all right. I mean, except for the fact the girl's in a wheelchair.
But you don't. There's nothing new in it.
No, same gags and everything. It's just in Tokyo.
Is it an American couple or an Asian couple?
It's a Japanese couple.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and like they're
so it was made exclusively for their people then.
Yeah, I mean, I get
why did it never get released over here, like on video release?
I don't know. All I can think is that people didn't like it. I mean, I guess that maybe they saw it and they saw how similar it was, and were just like, no, we won't bother.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Yeah.
They probably just wanted to remake it for the Asian people, because Asian people would probably look at our houses and be like, what the hell,
Yeah. Yeah.
Because like Asian people have like rice cookers and stuff prominently in their kitchens and all that.
Yeah.
But next piece of news here, which is really cool, Rise of Leslie Vernon, to be released in theaters and VOD for 10th anniversary, which makes me think, I mean, I'm probably not going to get it in theaters around here, but this makes me think they're going to be releasing some kind of disc release for this,
Oh yeah, maybe like an extended cut or something.
Yeah, or just a new transfer or like a special edition thing.
Yeah.
Although Image owns this movie.
Yeah.
So they're not really known for releasing special edition stuff.
That's true.
But maybe. But that's weird, though, that it would be on video on demand and stuff, too.
Yeah.
But it is that thing is, though, it is a 4K restoration.
Yeah, so I mean...
So they probably are going to release a 4K transfer of it.
I would assume they would. I mean, it would be dumb not to.
Yeah.
I mean, you've gone to all the trouble of doing the transfer.
Yeah. And I don't have a Blu-ray copy of this, so I really hope they do put out a nice Blu-ray copy.
Yeah, I have the Blu-ray of it, but honestly, it's from Anchor Bay.
I thought Image put these out, or is Image Anchor Bay?
I don't know. I know it was released through Anchor Bay.
Anchor Bay, yeah.
And honestly, the Blu-ray has nothing.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but I think it doesn't even have a menu.
So
I'm not sure
10th
about
anniversary 4K scan of this would be awesome.
Yeah, and I mean, I'd like to see them go all out.
Yeah, this movie's actually really fun, man. I
Oh
like
yeah,
how
I
he name
love it.
drops Michael Myers and all them in it.
And what I dig about it is they do the found footage thing, like for the beginning,
Yeah.
and then when it gets to the end, it switches.
Yeah, to a full thing.
Yeah, I really dug that because, it was like, we've sort of been in their world for this part, but now we're in the real world over here, and this is what it actually is, like what's actually going on, sort of thing, almost,
Yeah. So I'm stoked for that because I haven't seen that movie in so long, man.
Yeah.
Put it this way, I got that when it was first released on DVD.
Yeah.
So that was what, 06, 07 or something?
Yeah, about that.
Jeez.
And I mean, I know there's been talk of like sequels and everything.
I don't think that'll happen.
See, I hope this 10th anniversary makes it happen.
Yeah. That's the only way I think the only chance it has of happening is if this release comes out.
Yeah.
Because I think too many years have passed and stuff. Although they could release a sequel, though. I mean, it is popular enough to where it's going to sell good, no matter what.
Yeah.
It does have a huge cult following.
Yeah. I doubt they'd do this, but I wouldn't it be awesome if they pulled a Hatchet 4 and they said, this is the 10th anniversary, but no, we left the print at home, so we'll just have to show you the sequel instead.
Oh, that'd be badass, man.
Yeah, like it was already done.
I don't know what would be more... obviously, the sequel, I think, would be cooler news, because, in all honesty, the Blu-ray and DVD of the first one are still readily available,
Oh, yeah.
So, in my eyes, I'd rather that be a release a sequel, and then just have to go back and buy the old Blu-ray.
Yeah, that would be definitely cool.
It's a possibility, because, dude, have you noticed so many movies now are doing that?
Oh, yeah.
Houses That October Built 2, filmed in secret, no one knew till they were just announced it. And then Creep 2.
Yeah. Yeah,
I was so stoked
no one knew.
I was so shocked, and because remember when Creep first came out? It was a Netflix exclusive. You couldn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't on disc or anything. I remember I watched it when it first came out, and I loved it. But then I forgot all about it.
Yeah.
And then I think last podcast episode we discussed it, that Creep 2 was announced.
Yeah.
Dude, I was so happy because I had forgot all about that movie, and that was like a gem to me.
Yeah.
And I went on Amazon and bought the first one.
Yeah, that's always a good thing when, you've essentially forgotten about something, and then you're reminded and you're like, oh man, I'm going to go back and watch that.
Yeah, and the biggest example of the secret filming is Phantasm 5.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Even though it wasn't that good, but it was still a pleasant surprise, though, knowing it was done.
Yeah.
That's the worst is when, with Halloween, dude, it's the worst when, all right, production started. We're casting actors. We got a director. And you're following it through the birth of it. And then if it doesn't fall through, because 90% of movies seem to fall through.
Yeah.
If they do, by the time they get here, you're so sick of even hearing about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's this, excuse me. It's this sort of thing. There's almost a thing of too much, hype.
Yeah, with the internet though, you can't escape it.
No, unfortunately. The only way you can do it is if you have a passionate group of creators that literally go out of their way to make it in secret.
Yeah, definitely. That's why I applaud Adam Green and stuff, because everyone is genuinely shocked that Victor Crawley was coming out.
I know.
And another example of that is Blair Witch, man.
Yeah.
Nobody had a clue. That's what it was. And they went even as far as remember they were saying the movie was just called The Woods. And when people went in the theater, all the posters said The Woods.
Yeah, when they came out, everything had been changed around.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
It was a neat little bit of promotional thing. I always remember they used to come on Bloody Disgusting talking about The Woods. And they were oh, The Woods is going to be this thing and whatever. And then it turns out it was Blair Witch, and I was kind of like, oh, man.
Yeah, dude, I was stoked, man. I never in a million years would have ever thought they'd release another Blair Witch movie.
Me neither. I mean, honestly, I thought it was dead and buried.
Yeah, you know what's funny? The thing is now, though, we know for sure the franchise is dead and buried.
Yeah.
Like, I really love Adam Wingard's version. Like, it was one of my favorite movies of 2016. I loved it.
Yeah.
But so many people hated it that it's never going to get another sequel.
I know. The only way I think a sequel could get made again would be if, you know, somehow someone was to let the rights go, and it was going to like end up in the public domain or something, and then maybe people would.
The first one, I think, makes so much money for Lionsgate, though.
They'd never let it go.
Yeah, I mean, the first one, no matter how many people say they hate it, it is an iconic film.
Oh yeah.
So Lionsgate ain't ever letting that go.
No.
They've even went as far to put it out on Blu-ray, and it looks no different whatsoever.
Very true. Very true. I just wish they'd do the what's it called version, like the extended version that they've been
with
talking
all that.
about.
Yeah, they should at least, like, maybe even if it was Eduardo Sanchez releasing it, himself. Like, here's just a DVR disc for all the stuff. That'd be cool.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
maybe even some footage of the witch they did show, or they did film, because I heard that they actually did have someone dressed as a witch standing in the woods.
That's kind of
the
cool.
camera would just move so fast and stuff, you don't see it. But I guess when she is running, at the end of the house, Eduardo Sanchez says the witch is in the woods, in the background of one of the shots. So.
Well, that's cool, you know.
But I guess it's so fast and so blurry you can't see anything.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to see an extended cut of it, because I know they have. I think it's over 30 hours of footage.
Yeah, I heard it's an insane amount.
Yeah, I mean, they could never release it all.
I figured just get the greatest cuts from it, you know.
Yeah, bump it up to like a 2-hour cut or something.
Yeah, definitely.
And or hell, you could probably even go in and remake the entire movie with like alternate cuts and everything, and make it like it seem completely different. Yeah.
That would be cool. But this next piece of news I thought was really weird, because I didn't know it existed, but it's getting re-released, and that's a Vincent Price cookbook getting re-released and expanded and stuff. I guess people are excited for it. I heard people going like, hell yeah, and stuff, so.
Well, I guess there's worse ways to learn how to cook.
I tell you what, if I was gonna cook and get a cookbook, it'd be the one I'd get. So.
Yeah, that's true.
Unless Jeffrey Dahmer put one out, but.
Yeah. Take your young man and marinate him for 7 days.
Make sure the head sits in the freezer for 4 days, no less. That'd be funny, man.
Oh man.
All right, man. So I just threw that out there if people care about that. I mean, I'm sure some people out there collect Vincent Price stuff, so. The fact that it's getting re-released means it was out of print, so.
Yeah.
I'd get it before it goes out of print again, like Phantasm Blu-ray box set.
Yeah.
Was in print for literally half a month.
That's insane.
Dude, it's bizarre, man. Did you hear the Mike from Grindhouse video? He was, you know how he does them Sunday update things? He was saying when the Phantasm DVD set came out, you know how Go put out the DVD set?
Yeah.
Mike was like, he said on it, he's like, he thinks Go handled the whole Phantasm thing, like, disastrously. Like, he says if a legit normal company like Scream Factory was to put it out, it'd still be available, you know what I mean? Like, but I guess he said Go just wasn't prepared enough for that big of a release.
Yeah. Well, I think they really underestimated the fans of that Phantasm has.
Yeah.
They really underestimated the amount of fans they had and everything. It should have been like an over-the-top thing for them. It should have been their number one seller. They should have been reprinting it to this day.
Yeah, Wells Fargo, or not Wells Fargo, what the hell? Wells Fargo shouldn't release that shit. No.
Yeah.
But Wogo USA, they definitely had no business releasing that. They should have stuck to their, Big Lots, Dynasty Warriors films and stuff. But
yeah,
like I said, I do enjoy Welgo though a lot.
Yeah, so do I. I mean,
but they need to stick to their niche, man. Like, how do you go from all Asian action and horror to all of a sudden you're releasing one of the most loved franchises in the horror genre?
Yeah, it makes you wonder, honestly, how they got the rights.
It's weird, man. I really don't get it.
I don't either.
And then the foreign rights go to Arrow, like the leaders of disc releasing, and then America gets Welgo USA.
Yeah.
Like, just something's weird about that. Like, we should have either got it from Arrow 2.
Yeah.
Or we should have got it from Scream Factory.
Yeah. I mean, well, especially when you think, Scream Factory released Part 2.
Yeah, definitely.
And did a really good job of it, too.
Well, I'll tell you what, since, so you know how the first DVD set went out of print so quick?
Yeah.
And I have the Blu-ray set, and that went out of, oddly enough, I bought that Blu-ray set for $69.99 the day it came out from FYE.
Wow.
I just went on Amazon. It's going for $250.
Man, that's insane.
I know, man. But I figured the DVD set came out, and it was dirt cheap, so I picked it up just because, if it does go out of print someday and it's selling for $100, $150, I'm definitely going to make that money, man. Especially since I have the Blu-ray set.
Yeah.
But even if it doesn't go for a lot, it's still cool to have because it brings me back to a time when I didn't have any of the Phantasm movies.
Yeah.
Because they were all so hard to get. Like, I had only 1 and 2 for years and years. Because 3 and 4 went for crazy. Like, literally, you remember when those DVDs went for like $99 on Amazon?
Yeah, I remember that.
So now it's cool knowing I own both box sets.
Yeah.
But, dude, Welgo, man, with this DVD set, they literally, it's one single DVD case, and all 5 movies are stacked on top of each other.
Oh man,
dude,
that
they
that
really mistreated
me.
that. And did you see the cover of it, dude?
It's horrible.
It's boring, dude. Like the Blu-ray box set cover looks awesome.
Yeah.
And dude, they really messed up with that whole release, man.
Yeah.
But what I was getting at with that DVD set is even the DVD they got in there is the Scream Factory version of Part 2.
Yeah. So I mean, you know what? I don't fault them for getting like a big name title and trying to run with it. But the fact of the matter is, if you're going to run with a big name title, actually run with it.
Yeah, they what's the guy's name? Oh, I can't believe I forgot the guy's name. God, what's the director's name of Phantasm? I'm gonna feel like an idiot, man.
No, it's yeah, I'm completely spacing on it as well.
Yeah, we look like fools right now, man. I can't believe I forgot Homeboy's name. It's something crazy, I know.
Yeah, Don Coscarelli.
Don Coscarelli, yeah. I kept thinking of Masters of Horror because I knew he did an episode there, but...
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, dude, I don't know what he was thinking, man. Don Coscarelli was the one that kept saying... he was the one that wanted a release for all the fans to get, right?
Yeah.
He kept saying, all right, we got it. He was pissed that the DVD set went out of print. He wanted all the fans to get it. But that still didn't happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Only a select few of the fans got it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Don Coscarelli needs to get with different people.
Yeah.
Because that franchise ain't... Well, it's been done justice by Arrow.
Yeah.
But that does us no good,
Yeah.
Or me no good, at least.
Yeah.
But whatever, I own them all, so I'm good, so it's whatever.
Yeah.
Alright, man, so next bit of news is... You heard the whole controversy with, was it Mill Creek's release of Night of the Living Dead? That it just straight up sucks?
Yeah.
Like, I guess the transfer is literally no better than a budget bin DVD release of it.
Yeah.
Well, some company called Janus Films I've never heard of them.
They're the ones behind Criterion.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they did all the Seven Samurai and stuff like that.
Well, okay, because
they know their shit.
That would make sense then, because I read Janus Films releasing 4K restoration of Night of the Living Dead, and it showed screenshots of it. And I guess some of the reviewers from Dread Central says that it looks beautiful. Like, it literally puts the Mill Creek one to shame, dude.
That's good.
So that's
very good.
His film needs to be done justice too, because it's never got a good Blu-ray release. And I'm glad a lot of people didn't pick up Mill Creek.
Yeah.
Because they can pick this one up, which is probably going to have special features then if it's done by Criterion.
Yeah.
And, all his films are getting released now, and I'm pretty confident a lot of it has to do with because of him dying. But
yeah,
you got Between Dawn and Dead, which I am going to pick up because, dude, that's going to be a way out of print title soon, man.
I'm sure
it will. That's going to go for stupid money, dude.
Yeah, I believe it.
Guarantee it, dude. The whole fact that he died and it's limited and it's going to be a box set. 3 films I've actually never seen. I've never seen the original Crazies. I've never seen Season of the Witch and the Blood and or whatever the chocolate thing is.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that thing's going to go out of print quick, though. And the problem with that is, though, you already know, a couple months later, those 3 releases are going to be their releases in a few months, too. Singly.
Yeah.
But are you going to pick that at release up, or are you not shelling out 60 to 70 for it?
I don't know. I'm considering it.
I do like the box art, man. The color of it, and it's got his face on it.
Yeah. I mean, I think it looks like a good set. As to whether it'll be worth what they're asking, I don't know.
I heard the movies aren't actually good. I mean, the Crazies I heard is alright, but I heard Season of the Witch is really bad. And like I said, the third one I've never heard of in my life.
Yeah.
I wish Martin was in it, dude.
Oh, Martin's a great movie.
Yeah,
Martin's one of those movies that's the fans know about it, but it's criminally underrated.
Definitely. Yeah, dude, why they didn't include that in this box set is really weird.
It is. I mean, I honestly don't get it, because
have you heard of Bruiser?
Oh, I love Bruiser.
I know, man. Like, where the hell is that movie? You know what I mean?
I know. I mean, you got the old DVD of it, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, dude. The Misfits are even in that movie, man.
I know. I love that.
Favorite rock groups of all time.
Yeah. I remember I remember the video that the Misfits did that had scenes from the movie in it and everything.
Yeah.
And I always thought it was pretty damn cool.
Yeah, Misfits are definitely bad. I love anything even involved with the Misfits. Sam Hain, Danzig.
Oh, yeah.
I even love the Misfits, even with, what is it, Jerry Only as the singer.
Me too. I mean, I've always found, I almost always think of them as 2 different bands.
Yeah, like the American Psycho era, and then...
Yeah. You got, the original Misfits. Well, 3 bands, actually. You got the original Misfits, you got, the American Psycho, era, if you will.
Era, yeah.
And then you got the Jerry Only era, and they sound very different.
Yeah, definitely.
But they're all kind of awesome.
Yeah, I mean, they're let's be honest, they're the leaders of horror punk.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And of course, now they've got, the whole reunion going on.
Yeah, and did you see their EP is called Friday the 13th? And on the cover, it's the Crimson Ghost, or the Crimson Ghost skull done like a Jason mask.
Yeah, I love it. It's a pretty good little EP, actually.
I haven't even heard it, actually. I saw it at FYE, but I haven't picked it up yet.
Oh, yeah, it's worth getting. I mean, especially, you can get it. It's not that expensive, either. I think I got it for $5.99.
Yeah, I'm ashamed to say it, but I actually dig Danzig's solo albums better than the Misfits. Like, Danzig 1, Lucifuge, and How the Gods Kill. Dude, perfect albums, man.
Well, I tell you, I love his new album.
What's it called?
Black Laden Crown.
Yeah, I want to...
As far as I'm concerned...
I like the last one, Skeletons.
Oh, that was a fun one. I just wish it sounded better.
Yeah. And then what was before that? It was like red on the cover, and it was like a woman.
Red Sabbath, or
yeah.
Dead Sabbath or something like that. Yeah. That was a good album too. I mean, he's just all around kind of awesome.
Yeah, I just like the sound of his band better than the Misfits, because the Misfits is more punk, which I do like punk, but dude, I love like How the Gods Kill, man. Just the riffs, dude, and that.
Well, hell, I'll tell you this. I did a review of the new Danzig album, and I actually said in the review that it's the best album since How the Gods Kill.
Yeah.
The best Danzig album since then.
Yeah, and Danzig's How the Gods Kill will always have a special place in my heart, dude, just because of Geiger's artwork on the cover.
Oh, yeah, that was just plain awesome.
Dude, it's always a tie between, it just depends on how I'm feeling that day. Sometimes it'll be How the Gods Kill. Dude, but Lucifuge, man, is a perfect album too, man.
It is.
It's got
There's
that slower bluesy
nothing
feel.
Wrong with it.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I love the cover of that thing too.
Yeah, it's an all around good album.
Yeah, man.
Well, you've heard about what his next album's going to be, apparently, eh?
What?
It's going to be Danzig Does Elvis.
That's pretty cool. I mean, he sounds like a mixture of Elvis and Jim Morrison anyways.
Yeah. And I mean, hell, he did an Elvis song on Skeletons.
Yeah, which one?
I can't. I think it's the last song on the album. I can't remember what it was called. But
I'm still waiting for that Glenn Danzig Henry Rollins fight.
That would be hilarious.
Yo, did you see that comic they released where it's like Henry loves Glenn or something like that?
No, I haven't seen that.
And it's like a fan comic, and on the cover it has like Henry Rollins and Glenn Danzig like making out and stuff. And I was watching some interview with Henry Rollins on YouTube, and some fan brought him the magazine to sign, and he's looking at it, dude, and he's laughing, man, because there's like on the back it shows like Henry Rollins like rubbing Glenn Danzig's shoulders and everything.
Oh man,
dude, it's hilarious, man.
Yeah, and Henry Rollins is pretty damn funny.
Yeah, I mean, he tries to act like a huge badass, and he is a badass, but you can tell he's a cool dude. And...
Oh yeah, and you can tell he could take a joke too.
Dude, do you think that whole thing is just an image, or do you think he's legit like that 24/7?
Who?
Henry Rollins.
Henry? I think he's
so
like
aggro, like all the time, man.
I think that's just how he is. I think honestly, if he didn't have music, I think he would be like just a really angry person.
Yeah, man.
But I think he got his outlet, and he learned how to like channel it and everything. Where a lot of people don't always figure that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the next piece of news I wanted to get into here is Pacific Rim 2 gets a trailer. Not really horror, but it's genre.
Yeah.
I mean, you excited for that at all, or not really?
Well, I loved the first Pacific Rim.
Yeah.
And I honestly expected it to be out sooner.
Yeah. See, I'm not a kaiju person, man, so it doesn't really excite me.
Yeah. I think it'll be interesting. I don't know if it'll be as good as the original, because I came out of the original just grinning ear to ear, thoroughly loving it.
Yeah.
I don't know if it would be as good, but I hope it is.
Yeah. Have you seen the new trailer or no?
I've seen a couple little like screenshots of it. Haven't actually watched it yet.
Yeah, and what's funny too is NECA announces pictures of their toys for it, and it's like, God damn, NECA, just chill.
Yeah. It's like
tone it down. It's like the movie ain't even been released. Just tone it down.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes they're a bit, they go a bit overboard with their, with their figures and everything. They put them out so soon. They do
the same thing with Alien. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, at least the thing with Alien, though, at least it's not like there's always a new movie coming out.
Yeah.
Like they'll kind of screw you over because they'll show you things before, like the movie comes out.
Yeah.
Where,
well, the NECA, they're like, they're already releasing the new kaiju suits and all this and that, so it's like you're already seeing what it all looks like before the movie comes out. So to me, that kind of takes the a surprise out of the movie. Where if I was the head of NECA, I would have waited right when Pacific 2 releases, give it a week, and then all of a sudden announce all right, here's all our figures.
Yeah, well, you know what it is. They're trying to build up
hype and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, like before,
Yeah. No.
I mean, it's interesting,
Yeah, I always like NECA, man, so I can't talk too much shit. I mean, they finally got around to releasing the Leatherface from Part 3.
Yeah.
With the whole leg brace and everything. So I haven't picked it up, but I'm definitely going to buy that.
That's cool.
And did you hear they're releasing a Nubbins figure?
Are living Nubbins or dead Nubbins?
Dead.
Okay, that's good.
Like, if you wanted to, you could actually put him, attach a Leatherface to Nubbins, you know what I mean? Like he was in Part 2.
That's kind of neat.
Yeah, so I'll get that too, because that's pretty awesome. And who would have ever thought we'd get a Nubbins action figure, man?
That's kind of neat. It really is. I'm glad he's dead.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound right.
Yeah. But
I'm glad it's not the Nubbins from Part 1.
Yeah.
Where he was alive and just some guy.
Yeah, I want to get all the Leatherface figures that NECA releases, not the variants, but one from each film,
Yeah.
I already got the Part 2 Leatherface, and the Part 1 I have is that the video game one where his whole body is neon green.
Oh yeah.
And the only thing that's not colored is his head.
I wonder why is that?
Because the Atari game that came out, there was a Leatherface Atari game, and in the game he was green.
Okay, but did he have a green head?
No.
So he had a normal head and a green.
They made the head normal for some reason. It's a weird release, and in the Atari game, it's obviously 3 pixels. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's but I have another one here too, Predator, and the Predator's all blue and purple, kind of like the Jason.
Yeah.
But anyways, I just like those because the boxes they come in are real cool.
Yeah.
They look like old game boxes, and they're all aged looking, and it has a flap. You open it up, and there's the window box with the figure.
That's cool. See, stuff like that's awesome. Where they do, just something more. It's not just standard packaging and everything.
Yeah, but stuff like NECA does with the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 figure, where it's just a normal blister pack.
Yeah.
I just open them up, and display them.
Oh yeah, I mean
figures. I'm not I get people that want to keep them in package and stuff, but nah, I need to fucking pose them and everything,
Oh yeah, well I mean,
play with their weapons and all that.
Exactly, and I mean, 9 out of 10 times when they're in packaging, they don't usually look as good as they could posed.
Yeah. Well, what I would do is though a lot of these full moon figures I have.
Yeah.
Got Ginger Dead Man and Evil Bong and stuff.
Yeah.
They come in these boxes. I'll just display them on my shelf on top of the box. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, that works.
So you still see the box, but the figure's on top of it.
Yeah.
But anyways, so this next part of news, I don't know what to think of it. You remember that movie Unfriended that came out 2 years ago? Yeah. Well, it's getting a sequel. And called Game Night, Unfriended 2 Game Night. And, what's weird, dude, is everyone has said Unfriended was actually a good movie. Now, I remember watching it, but I don't remember it being too good. I mean, I don't remember it being terrible, but I don't remember it being real good.
I mean, I didn't mind it. I thought it was okay. It's not a perfect movie by any stretch of the imagination, but it's not the horrible thing that they make it out to be. But it's neat that they did something, like, kind of odd, like with the... Get off the cat's walking over the computer again. The whole thing with, like, the Skype messages and everything. It was able to build tension and everything without really showing everything. And I guess, really, it's a really easy way to make a movie.
I wonder if I didn't think it was that great because I saw The Den first.
That is a definite possibility.
It was the same exact thing. The whole movie was on Skype and Facebook and stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
So I think maybe the idea was just not as fresh to me, because people seem to be, like, raving about the first one.
Yeah, I mean, I dug it. I thought it was okay, but it's not, it's nothing special,
Yeah. So that's coming out to people. I don't know if that's I'm assuming it's gonna be theatrical, because the first one was theatrical.
I don't know. It might be. I mean, I don't know. Well, it's the sort of thing.
If Cult of Chucky gets a straight-to-video release, but Unfriended 2 gets theatrical, there's something wrong with that.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, the thing with, like, Unfriended 1, which is always kind of weird, because it was originally called, what was it called? Cybernatural.
Yeah, I remember that.
Was the original title.
Like that name.
I don't either, but then they changed it to Unfriended. So I'm wondering, is this actually, like, a sequel to Unfriended, or is it just, like, another, like, cyber horror movie that they're putting under the Unfriended banner?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because, I mean, it's the sort of thing, it's a wide open, pretty much standalone genre, really, isn't it?
Yeah, you could pretty much make anything a sequel as long as it involves a computer.
A computer, yeah. You could throw, what's it called in there, even Strangeland.
Yeah. No, you can't put them in there.
Unfriended from 1988 or something. It's like, this is before we had
Unfriended, Facebook. The beginning. Yeah. Or just like Unfriended chat room.
Yeah, I could totally see that. I could see them doing that. Yeah. I really could, and that kind of bothers me.
Yeah, man. But this next piece of news I'm really excited about. Universal's Dark Universe is shut down.
Yeah.
They stopped production of Bride of Frankenstein.
Yep.
And because The Mummy did really terrible, and before that, The Dracula Untold did really terrible. So they're pretty wise for just shutting it down altogether.
Yeah,
let's be honest. I don't know your opinion on these movies, dude, but this idea never attracted me in the first place.
The problem I find with it is when the originals came out in the 30s,
there was nothing else like it. Now we have everything like it.
And they were scary to people,
Yeah.
Where
Tom
nowadays
Cruise and stuff ain't scary, that.
No. I mean, the fact of the matter is, if you want to do a dark universe, like they said, make it dark. Make it proper horror.
I don't think there's any way possible this could ever work, no matter what they do. I mean, think about it. The Wolfman, that was they were trying to make that dark and serious. That failed miserably.
Yeah,
it did. The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, which you could consider like a dark universe type thing.
Yeah.
And you got all these characters. That failed. That was a huge failure.
Yeah.
Dude, anything they try to do monster-wise like that fails, man.
Yeah, maybe
look at Dracula. Look at Dracula with Keanu Reeves and stuff.
Yeah, I actually like that one.
Yeah, so do I. But even Frankenstein with De Niro and stuff, none of those movies do good because
no,
the people that really like those movies and stuff are dead. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That, and it's like the very select few, like the OG ones. But dude, come on now. If you walked into a middle school or a high school today and said, "Raise your hand if you like the original Universal monsters," you'll probably see one or two hands tops.
Yeah, I believe it.
So, it is what it is. They're better off just saving the money and putting it into something else.
Well, what they maybe should do is make new things. instead of remaking like The Mummy and Frankenstein and Dracula, create new horror icons.
Yeah, I just can't see it happening, man.
Create
I think
like
Universal's
a staple.
time is done with it.
I mean,
they ruled it horror for a long time, but not anymore. I think like Blumhouse and stuff is the new Universal.
Well, hell, maybe that's it. Maybe they need to get in with someone like Blumhouse.
Yeah.
Get in with a company that knows how to do horror right.
Yeah.
And then just release it and have it be this universe they want to create, but get people that know what they're doing to do it.
Definitely. Warner Brothers is riding real high right now, though.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, they made all the money they need to make this year off one movie.
Yeah, very much so.
It just sucks we have to wait till 2018 or 2019.
Yeah.
But anyways,
I get the idea that might be pushed forward.
What do you mean?
I get the idea that because of how popular the first one was, I think that they'll put a rush on it.
Oh yeah.
They'll be like, we'll bump this to the front of the line for.
They need to release it next year, man.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, they can't have that much time in between it.
No.
They need to release it September next year. And there's no reason why they shouldn't be able to do that.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, like it's not like we're talking about like The Exorcist, which took like over a year to make.
Yeah.
I mean,
or it's not like an extravagant movie like like Cleopatra or something. It's like billions of dollars and all this stuff,
Yeah.
I think it was made with like really little money.
I think so. I don't think it had, well, it's obviously more than like you or me would ever have. I think around like, was it the 22, 23 million mark, something like that?
I think I heard like 30 mil.
Yeah, so for a big like studio movie, that's not a lot when you think. How much was Avatar? Avatar was it 400 million or something like that? Some crazy amount, and like then you see this and it's 23 million or whatever, 20 or 30 million, and it's just kicks ass. And
yeah, I love hearing that news that it broke records after 40 years of Exorcist reigning supreme.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Dude, and I love that so many people were expecting this to be good. Do you remember like a week after it came out, every single headline you saw is it breaking more records. Dude, it broke so many records, and that's all. I loved hearing that though, man.
Yeah. And then of course though we can go onto the whole hipster thing and say, well, we knew it was going to do that before.
No, I knew it was going to do big, but no, I didn't think it was
not
that
big.
Breaking a 40-year record big,
Yeah, and I think it's well over 500 million it's made now.
Oh, definitely, and that's not even counting Blu-ray sales and stuff,
Oh yeah, and that's people are gonna go crazy for that. I can tell you.
Redbox and all. I'll probably when it it's coming out in December, probably late November. I'll pre-order it just to guarantee my copy.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, and hell, it's an extended cut, so.
15 minutes, it's a decent amount of time, so.
Yeah.
I want to hear a commentary, too, man.
Oh, I'd love to hear a commentary. You know what? Get Stephen King in on it.
Yeah, I don't think he'll do it, though, but.
I don't know. He did The Stand.
Yeah?
Yeah, well,
I'd rather have. I'd honestly want a commentary with Andre Machete, his sister, who was the producer, and Bill Skarsgård, like all three of them in one commentary.
Oh, that would be cool.
You got the two people that studied it all, know what they're talking about, then the guy who plays Pennywise. That's perfect.
Yeah.
And they're probably going to have a commentary with all the kids and stuff.
Probably.
I want to see the behind-the-scenes stuff, too.
Yeah,
so I'm stoked for that whole release. I'm stoked for the different covers.
Yeah.
I'm going to be somewhat disappointed, though, if this one is the same cover everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, I would assume you'd get at least a couple of alternate covers.
Yeah, maybe one with, like, Pennywise's face up close or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll probably get that. You'll get the theatrical cover on one of them, no doubt.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, but
Probably get a
I'm
steel
sure.
book from Target or something, probably. Or
Yeah, yeah. I'm all for it. Bring it on.
yeah,
You know what? Bring it on now. Forget waiting till December.
yeah,
It's still in theaters. Who cares? Bring it out now.
yeah, dude. You know what's funny? I contemplated seeing it in theaters again last night, man.
Yeah, I'm actually thinking of going to see it again.
Yeah, man.
I'm sort of torn because I'd like to see that, but I'd also like to see the new Blade Runner.
Yeah,
So I'm
dude.
so I'm
You
like,
know how bad that bombed, dude?
did it?
Yeah, they said it has a real bad opening weekend,
Well,
which is kind of surprising, man. Like, you got Ryan Gosling's a decent actor. I mean,
yeah,
and Blade Runner, it's not like that's been played out. There's only been one,
yeah.
you know?
Unless maybe a lot of people just aren't aren't interested in like a sequel to a movie that old.
Yeah, dude. Have you noticed, man? They've been doing a lot of '80s like heavy
Yeah,
hitters like that, and they all fail. Like
yeah,
there was a couple other ones they did. Off the top of my
yeah,
head, I can't remember, but I know Ghost in the Shell failed. A lot of
yeah.
stuff they're remaking is not doing good.
Well, that's always kind of you know the thing with remakes. They never really do good.
But the thing is, though, you look at it, it was
Yeah,
huge, you know?
yeah. I guess with it though, it was never a theatrical movie,
Yeah,
and it's a vastly different take on it.
yeah. And I'm sure,
Essentially,
like, a
they,
lot of the younger people, it was something that they heard their parents talk about or something.
yeah,
But
yeah.
I'm also excited about it, because on the 27th, the vinyl soundtrack comes out.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm picking it up for sure, because I think one of the records is, like, blood red, and one of them's, like, pure white.
That's awesome.
And, dude, I keep thinking of the score during that sewer scene. It
Yeah,
was like a real slow, creepy score.
yeah.
Dude, speaking of, have you been thinking about getting a record player or what?
I've been considering it. I mean, with some of these like horror releases are looking really, really good.
Dude, it's an expensive hobby, man.
Yeah,
But dude, it's just like Blu-rays. Like every month, you're getting new releases. Dude,
yeah.
and some of them are just beautiful, man. Like, did you see the Creep Show 2 vinyl release Mondo put out?
No, I don't think I saw that.
Bro, it looks like a comic and all that, and then
Oh
you can
man.
get them in like Creep Show 1. You can get
Yeah.
one. It's just a luck of the draw. Like
Mm.
they had 5 different colorways for all the different stories.
Yeah.
So like if you got the crate, it was like red and something else, and if you got the growing all over you, the vinyl was like green and grass looking.
That's
Where
pretty cool.
dude, this Creep Show 2 vinyl that I'm gonna pick up soon, the one is the Raft, dude, and
Oh,
it's a
yeah.
clear vinyl, and there's like in the middle of it's like a black blob, dude.
Oh, that's
So it
cool.
looks sick, dude. And then if you get Chief Woodenhead, the vinyl obviously looks like wood record.
That's neat.
And then I don't know what the Hitchhiker one. I'm assuming it's gonna be like a dark color, like purple or something.
Yeah.
But that's still it's so fun, man.
Yeah.
It's like just the perfect companion piece.
Yeah. I mean, I've been considering it. I don't know because like you said, it is an expensive hobby.
Yeah, they're like
Uh,
$25 a pop, man. But like I
yeah.
said, it's more so just put on a wall and stuff, dude. Like they're so
Yeah.
pretty, man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and I know the one thing with vinyl is there's certain stuff that's out on vinyl that I don't think even really has like CD releases.
Oh, like a lot of metal and
Well, I
punk
know. I know. I
stuff.
was in a record store the other day. And I was looking through their vinyl, and they had some G.G. Allen.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, holy crap! You can buy G.G. Allen on vinyl. I'm like, I don't even know if you can buy CDs of G.G. Allen.
Yeah, and if you like Monomarth and stuff, they got vinyl records of that.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of these metal bands put picture discs out, like Cannibal Corpse.
Yeah.
You can get picture discs where they just look
That's
badass,
awesome.
man. And then if you want
Yeah.
to go as far, you can get slip mats that look like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I got a sleepaway camp slip mat, so when there's no record on my
That's
player,
cool.
you see the knife going through the shoe and it says sleepaway camp.
That's cool.
But anyway, yeah, dude, like there's stuff coming out all the time. Like tomorrow, I'm actually expecting the Adam Wingard's Blair Witch soundtrack to come in the mail.
That's cool.
It says it's in Sarasota now, so it'll be out for delivery here tomorrow.
That's cool.
But anyways, so this next part of news here, Todd McFarlane said Spawn starts shooting in February.
I'm happy about that.
Yeah, I'm real excited, man. Like I said, the first one's a guilty pleasure for sure.
Yeah, I actually just picked up the Blu-ray a little bit back. I was actually able to find the proper, the U.S. one with the proper director's cut on it.
Oh yeah, because you have that Canadian version.
Yeah, the one over here, they pass it off for the director's cut, but it's just the standard cut.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how they got away with it, honestly.
Yeah, I have no idea. But this, I'll be there at theaters to see that, man.
Yeah, me too.
You know what sucks about it, though?
What?
I'm already calling now it's going to fail. I'm sure I'm going to like it, and I'll be there opening weekend to see it.
Yeah.
But it's going to fail, man. Just like if they say they're going to release The Crow, I could tell you right off rip it's going to fail, you know?
Yeah, I mean...
As I get older, I can usually tell what movies are going to do now.
Yeah.
And, it's going to be bad.
Yeah, I hope it does good. You know, because, I mean, I hope, like, the idea that McFarlane has on how to do it, you know, his whole idea behind it, you know, like, where Spawn is, like, really not even the main character. He's kind of like... He's like constantly there, but he's almost like a I don't know, like a boogeyman almost.
Yeah, the thing with Todd McFarlane, I like that he's doing it, obviously, because he's the creator.
Yeah.
But have you actually read Todd McFarlane's Spawn?
Yeah.
Dude, it goes on and on and on.
It does.
You open it up, the page is like 75% words, man.
Yeah.
And I know that sounds like, ignorant to say. It was too many words. But, dude, I'm for real, dude. There's too many words in that, man.
I know what you mean. It can be...
like straight up paragraphs, dude. Like you turn a page and a whole side of it's just words. And it's all like philosophical stuff and all that.
Yeah, well, especially when you consider, it's a comic book.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's
too
much words for a comic.
Yeah, a comic is a visual media. The reason for it is, to have pictures, is to, show stuff.
Yeah, and it's not even that it's too much words. Like a comic to me is you have a picture, and then what you're reading is what they're saying to each other.
Yeah.
With Spawn, you have 4 paragraphs straight of exposition of what's going on.
Yeah.
And then you read their dialogue, and by the time, dude, it's crazy, man. And by the time you read the next paragraph, you've already forgotten what the hell they were even talking about.
Yeah.
So it has me a little worried, but look, I'm down for another Spawn. I mean,
yeah, definitely. I think if it's reasonably budgeted, and and they get some pretty decent actors in it.
And don't try to go too overboard with CGI. Yeah.
I mean, it's the sort of thing. Nowadays, CGI, it's part of filmmaking, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not going away.
I actually like Michael J. White, though. I thought he was a good Spawn.
He did work, but I tell you one thing, that gap in between his teeth... That I kept seeing whenever I watch that movie. I see this gap between his teeth, and it draws my attention all the time.
Yeah.
And I don't know why it is. Maybe it's because of the makeup or something. But I every time I see it, I'm like, look at those teeth. Just put the mask back on.
Yeah.
That was one thing about the original Spawn movie that was a little annoying. The amount of time he spent without the helmet on. Well, the headgear. Where when you look at, like, the comics, he never has it off.
Yeah. I always liked just the vibe of it, though. Like, when he first comes back from hell and you have Marilyn Manson's Long Road Out of Hell playing.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
And then I like the way John Leguizamo plays the Violator too.
Yeah, he played it really good. I wish they'd done more with the Violator, like
In his final form.
Yeah, not as the clown.
Yeah.
I mean, the clown works and everything, but there's just something about that Violator design,
Yeah, it's awesome. I want to see like, in the new movie or something. I feel like Spawn would be better as a show, like a live action show for Netflix.
Oh, definitely.
Because the cartoon's actually really good. That was for HBO.
Oh, that was awesome. If they took that and made that into a live action movie, I think it would have done a lot better.
Yeah, definitely. Because the cartoon Spawn was kind of like a boogeyman type thing.
Yeah, and
but have you read the comics, right?
I've read like a bunch of the early ones.
Two people I want to see in this movie is the ice cream truck driver, the child molester who gets all chained up and stabbed and stuff. I want to see him in it. And I don't know. I don't remember the dude's name. If it's like, it's not Deadshot, but it's something like that. He's like a cyborg guy, and he's huge, and the mob sends him out. It's in like one of the first few issues.
Yeah, he like sends him after Spawn, and like he can't
fucks him up.
Kill him. Yeah, yeah. That's
he's in the cartoon too. He's actually in that cartoon show.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
It's just cool.
Yeah, so I'm pretty excited for that.
Yeah.
This next piece of news, I don't know what to think of, but Angus Scrimm's final film, Dances with Werewolves, releases this Halloween.
Yeah, I don't know how to feel about that, mainly because it's like how I felt when the last Motorhead album came out.
Just meh.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But then there's always just that nagging thought, well, like this is it.
Yeah.
We're not going to get
never lives up to the
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not like Danzig where you're like, it's all right, but maybe the next one will be better.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's always the case once someone's died, and it's their last performance of something.
Unless you're like a huge icon like Prince, where they say he just has archives of material.
Yeah, that'll never...
Yeah.
The world will end and there'll still be about 7 Prince albums not released.
Yeah. And Michael Jackson, too. When I went to Best Buy, Michael Jackson had a new album out called Scream. So I don't know what the hell's the deal with it, but it's a brand new Michael Jackson album.
I don't know. And then they always go on about like how like he was in debt and everything. Like, you should just release all these damn albums then.
Yeah, I know. All right, man. So this next part of news is something we had talked about as upcoming releases, but now it's now news. So Piranha 2, The Spawning.
Yeah.
Not coming out no more. They say they hope. No. You didn't hear about this, man?
No, I didn't hear about this.
Oh, well, Scream Factory, if you go on their page, they announced that there was a problem with something with the problem with the rights or something like that. And I guess they said they announced this too early. So they're saying they're hoping to release this late 2018. But they basically said don't get your hopes up. So that's kind of Piranha 2's, as far as right now, ain't happening.
Man, that's a shame. I like Piranha 2.
Yeah.
It's cheesy good fun.
Yeah. So yeah, that's not coming out anymore, so
man, that's
it sucks because that was a good release for him.
Yeah.
But I got one more piece of news here.
Okay.
It says, and I give huge props to Sci-Fi Channel for this, because it says, amidst controversy, Jeepers Creepers 3 will be airing on Sci-Fi as part of their 31 Days of October. I give mad props to Sci-Fi for that. Because all the theaters and stuff, they bitched out and didn't show the movie because of the controversy. And I don't even want to talk about the controversy because it's so overplayed. But I give huge props to Sci-Fi for sticking to their guns and saying, this is a new horror movie. We're a sci-fi horror channel. We're playing it.
Yeah.
So I like that. And they're playing Cult of Chucky. So that's pretty cool.
That is.
And I do got to say, one of my biggest things with this Cult of Chucky, and I kind of blew it a little bit out of proportion because I kept reading that Netflix and Sci-Fi aren't playing the unrated copy. It's
Yeah.
okay. So I will get into more of this in our Chucky discussions, but Curse of
Yeah.
Chucky, the only difference between the version on Netflix and the version you get on disc is
Yeah.
the post-credit sequence. There's nothing different about the two. There's no added footage. You're literally
Really?
just getting an added, like, 20-second scene at the end credits. So, for the people that didn't buy it and you want to check it out on Netflix, or if you just want to watch it on Sci-Fi,
Yeah.
and you don't want to pay the money, you're better off doing that because you saw the post-credit sequence, I'm assuming.
Oh, yeah.
It's cool. Now, it's definitely cool.
Yeah.
But it's not like it adds anything. Or, you
No,
know what I mean?
no.
So,
Well, we say that, but I mean, the post credits of Curse kind of did a lot for Cult, didn't it?
yeah. No, I'm sure it'll tie in.
I don't know.
But
Yeah.
But, I mean, being a collector, I obviously would rather pay the money and have that extra 20 seconds.
Yeah,
Just
that's
being
true.
a collector, so. But for the people that don't give a shit and they just want to see it,
Yeah.
you're just missing 20 seconds, so.
Yeah, that's not bad.
All right. Did you have any news before we moved on to releases?
No news this week for me.
Yeah, it's been kind
Well,
of.
no, actually, I think there was. Let me just check here. Oh yeah, it's not really news, but it kind of is. Apparently, on The Walking Dead and Fear of the Walking Dead are gonna be like coming together soon.
Wow.
That's it.
Yeah, I don't care about The Walking Dead really
No,
anymore.
me neither.
But I do want to mention, too, now that you mentioned The Walking Dead, I wasn't going to bring it up, mainly because I forgot about it, but tonight at 10, which obviously people listening, it'll be too late, but I'm sure you can find it on demand or whatever. But Robot Chicken is airing a Walking Dead special. So at 10, you know how they do the DC. Have you watched Robot Chicken?
Yeah.
You know how they do like the DC specials where they make fun of all DC and then they'll have Star Wars? Well, that's pretty cool. They're doing a Walking Dead special. So like I said,
definitely.
I mean, it'll obviously be too late when this airs, but I'm sure if you have Comcast or DirecTV or whatever, you could just go on Adult Swim on demand and watch it for free.
Yeah, I'm quite sure.
All right, man. So now we're moving on to releases.
Yep.
Now, there's a certain way I want to start doing the releases, like modify it a little bit.
Okay.
So I don't know if you're down for this, but before we were just doing what was announced, Like if it was announced today, but say it didn't come out till 2018 or whatever.
Yeah.
That's what we were doing before, and I kind of want to modify it to where we talk about the releases that we're personally excited for the month. You know what I mean?
Okay, that's cool.
That way, so people listening, they could, it just makes more sense to me. I don't know how you feel about it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because
I mean, hell, we could even do it down to the week if you want,
Yeah, because I feel like if we're talking about, say, like we talked about the Resurrected, right?
Yeah.
Like when the first few episodes.
And
then, it's come out, so then you're talking about it again for releases and stuff.
Yeah.
So I feel like it should be like monthly releases,
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, okay, cool. All right, man. So my first release that I'm actually going to pick up because I saw it on TV. Like I was out of school one day and I saw it on TV. Didn't expect anything from it, and I loved it, man. And it's not horror at all. But Kino is releasing it.
Okay.
You ever heard of a movie called Blame It on Rio?
That name is very familiar.
It's got like Michael Caine in it and some other actor, and they both got young daughters, and they go to Rio Grande or whatever, and Michael Caine ends up sleeping with the other dude's daughter, and they have like this relationship. It's like sounds lame, but dude, I really loved the movie back then for some reason.
Yeah, that's very familiar to me.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick that up, man, because I love Kino.
Yeah.
And I remember loving that movie. Like I said, I haven't seen it since I was in like grade school.
Yeah.
And I remember it had like a bunch of nudity and stuff in it too. And I remember when I was young watching it on TV, I was like, oh, hell yeah. But,
yeah.
And then my next release is a double feature. The first film's called Prime Evil, and the second feature is called Lurkers. Never heard of either of these two. It comes out October 24th. It's on Blu-ray and DVD.
Okay.
But the cover looked really cool, man. And I like the names. It's both 90s films.
Oh, that's
So
cool.
I'm definitely going to pick that up. It was only like $20, you know. And I like watching stuff I've never heard of. Yeah.
Yeah.
And my next release that's coming out this month is Devil's Reign by Severin. Now I've heard of it, but I knew nothing about it. And I was shocked to hear William Shatner's in this. So it's like a satanic cult movie from the 70s with William Shatner. That sounds
there you
badass,
go.
Man.
I just dig it because, you know, the Misfits named a song after it.
Yeah. And
so that's reason enough.
Yeah, I love old Satan movies, basically.
Yeah.
Like, there's a few I still want to pick up, like The Satanist.
Yeah.
There's one called Black Candles I really want to pick up.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, this next one... No, I just ordered my first AGFA release today.
Okay.
You know, that it was the Effects. It was either going to be... It was between Effects or the Zodiac Killer.
Okay, yeah.
So I decided my first one, it might as well be Effects. I mean, George A. Romero just died. You know, it just has an awesome cover. Tom Savini acts in it and stuff.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll make this my first release from them. So I'll see how that is. But, dude, this movie they're releasing this month called Bat Pussy.
Yeah.
Dude, looks awesome, man.
Yeah.
Have you seen the cover of it? It's like it's like a woman in a bat suit bouncing around on like one of those big bounce ball things.
Yeah.
And the quote on the front says like, "These motherfuckers something, dude." Like, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? And dude, I'm reading the synopsis. I guess it's like a quasi porn parody, kinda. Like, I guess this woman goes by Bat Pussy, and her headquarters is an outhouse. And I guess she says her twat's tingling or so. Dude, it's weird, man. And dude, I was reading too. It says the directors of this have never been identified. No one knows who the directors are at all, man. Dude, they said it has like no butt. Dude, I'm excited for this thing, man. It looks completely bizarre.
Yeah. Well, there's always a place for the bizarre, isn't there?
Dude, next time you see the cover, just read the quote. Dude, I'm going to pull it up now. Dude, the quote had me laughing, man. I don't even know if this is going to be available on Amazon. With like a title like that and stuff.
Yeah, probably not. I mean, I know,
yeah, I typed
what's
it
it
in.
called?
I typed it in, and the only thing that comes up is Effects and Zodiac Killer.
Yeah, so I know Grindhouse are going to carry it.
Yeah, that's where I saw it on, was their thing.
Yeah.
So I order it from there. Dude, I'm so stoked for that thing, man.
Yeah.
Dude, just the cover alone looks...
It can either be awesome, so bad it's good.
Yeah.
You know, it was both a good thing.
I just got to read this thing to you, man.
Yep.
Hold on. I'm on Grindhouse Video site now. And in their pre-orders, American Gothic obviously looks cool. There's a movie here called Assholes. Alright, here it is. Bat Pussy. Dude, this cover is crazy, man. Alright, it says, "Dirty motherfuckers fucking in my holy Gotham City." That's the quote on the front, dude. Like, what? And then here's the synopsis.
Awesome.
Here's the synopsis, dude. It says, "The citizens of Gotham City are under attack by smut filmmakers, and only one hero can help, Bat Pussy, played by Dora Dildo." And it says, "Bat Pussy hangs out in her secret headquarters, a.k.a. an outhouse, when her twat begins to twitch, warning her of imminent crime. Bat Pussy hops on her holy hippity hop to foil the grotesque sex schemes of an unhappily married couple, Buddy and Sam. It says, considered to be the first porn parody, Bat Pussy is a no-fi sexploitation masterpiece of your wildest dreams, and also your most horrifying nightmares. The unidentified lunatic filmmakers have never been located, providing further proof that this movie was most likely made by extraterrestrials."
That sounds like awesome.
I know, man. I'm getting it first day. It says new 2K scan from the only surviving 16mm print. And it says commentary track with Lisa and Tim Lewis of Something Weird. and then it says bonus movie Robot Love Slaves. Look.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's definitely a movie if I got in the mail. You definitely wouldn't show your parents or nothing. Just put that on the shelf and
yeah.
Dude, I gotta see it though, man.
Yeah.
But anyways, my last release I'm excited for this month I'm gonna pick up is DOA.
Okay.
That punk documentary from MVD or
yeah.
Just because I like punk stuff, so
yeah, that's gonna be kind of cool.
So you got any releases you're excited for before we?
Yeah, definitely. The Poughkeepsie tapes, obviously.
Oh, I didn't even write that down, but I'm definitely getting that.
Yeah, that's one I definitely want to see
for later.
Yeah.
Now that you have me thinking about it.
Yeah. Then there's the Green Slime.
Yeah, that looks kind of cool.
I'd like to see that. I mean, and
then
like
there's 50s.
Yeah, it's like a 50s like sci-fi monster type thing.
Yeah.
And from what I know, I'm just bringing it up on Blu-ray.com right now. Here we go. Come on. Yeah. It's directed by Kinji Fukasaku.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, guy behind Battle Royale. I think it could be really neat. It's a Warner Archive release.
I really love Warner Archive, so
I just dig the fact that they're getting stuff like this out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and another one I'm really looking forward to, which comes out actually I think this week, is The Barn.
Oh, well, that's been out, but they put out like limited batches of Blu-rays.
Yeah, this I think is like a wide release Blu-ray. I definitely want to see that. I think it looks pretty neat.
It needs a wide release, man, because those batches they put out, the Blu-rays are like $30, man.
Yeah.
And I know you're in Canada, so you're probably used to paying those prices. But in America, when you get brand new releases for $15, $20 tops.
Yeah.
Especially for an indie film like that.
Yeah, this is $34 on Amazon in America.
Yeah, exactly. That's not. It ain't worth it to me, especially being a blind buy.
Wow, I don't know. This it's apparently got over 90 minutes of special features.
That's not
commentaries.
A whole lot of special features, though. Especially when you get movies that come out with 4 hours of special features.
That's true. A documentary, gag reel, deleted scenes, alternate ending, trailers, music videos, a short film, premiere. You know what? If I can find it at a relatively good price, I might pick it up. I wouldn't pay $34.99 for it.
No.
But I'll keep my eyes open, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, one thing I have to bring up. It's sort of weird. They're re-releasing the Friday the 13th movies in single disc versions.
Oh, what, Blu-ray?
Yeah. This week, the final chapter comes out, so part 4. It is what it is, right? I just need 7 and 8.
I never picked up the box set, and it goes for stupid money, so...
Yeah, I didn't either.
I think I have 1 through 4 on DVD.
Yeah.
I have 5 and 6 on a Blu-ray double feature.
Yeah.
And then 7 and 8 DVD. And then the rest on DVD. But I actually have the remake on Blu-ray, and then Crystal Lake Memories on Blu-ray. But I want to pick up the first 4 on... I just want to switch all the ones on DVD to Blu-ray, pretty much.
Yeah,
especially parts. I especially want Jason Goes to Hell, and I especially want Jason X, man.
Yeah, I actually got those 2 just a little bit ago, a couple of months back, as I had to import them from Germany.
Okay, how does the transfer look on Jason X?
It looks pretty damn solid,
Let me ask you something. When you collect movies, do you watch them right as you get them, or do you have a to watch pile? You put them all in and you watch them like that, or how do you do it?
Essentially, I put everything up on my shelf and I pull forward all the stuff I haven't watched. So I got tons of stuff pulled forward. Some stuff I I keep for certain occasions.
Yeah.
Like Tales of Halloween. I watched that just the other night, and I kept it purposely for this
October.
month's, 31 Days of Horror. You know, I kept it specially for that reason. It had been literally burning a hole in my shelf.
Yeah.
Be like, watch me, watch me, watch me. It's like, no.
No, I've always just been curious, man. Like, what I do is, like, my to-watch pile,
Yeah.
I have to do it in order I get them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if I order a batch of 10 movies,
You
then
gotta
order
watch each
5
one,
more,
yeah.
I gotta watch the 10 I ordered first, then the 5, then the whatever,
Yeah. I find it just depends with me. Like, sometimes, like, I picked up a movie quite a bit back from the Asylum called Halloween Night. And it looks kind of interesting. But I started watching it and I was just not in the mood for it. I got about 5 minutes in and I'm just like I don't want to watch this.
Yeah.
So I turned it off and I put something else on. And I don't think there's anything wrong with the movie. It seemed okay from what I was seeing and everything. But,
Just weren't feeling it.
yeah. So I pretty much try to go with whatever I feel like watching that particular time.
Yeah, that's why I always give decent chances, too, because sometimes you're just not paying enough attention or...
Yeah, that's true.
Please tell me, though, you're ordering this Bat Pussy when it comes out.
Yeah, I think so.
Because we got to do we definitely got to do a...
At the very least, we got to talk about it, if not like a full
review.
We got to do an episode
on it, man.
Yeah, that's going to be kind of odd.
Yeah, dude. I was going to say pair it with something, but in all seriousness, this needs its own episode.
Pair that with, yeah.
Maybe fucking that Michael Jackson porn parody. Driller.
Oh, my God.
Nah, but, all right, man. So you got any more releases?
Well, there's Kill Baby Kill coming out, the Mario Bava movie.
Yeah.
I've never seen it before.
What, do you want a Mario Bava kick now after Don't Torture a Duckling?
I don't know. I'm kind of like on like a bit of an Italian kick, so
Yeah.
And it seems like it could be interesting.
Yeah, no, he's definitely a good director. I've never seen that, but I still got to pick up that Don't Torture a Duckling.
It was pretty damn good.
Yeah. The thing I love about Arrow, though, is I don't worry about them going out of print.
That's true.
The only thing you have to worry about is maybe missing out on a slipcover.
Yeah.
Or they'll go from maybe a 3-disc version to a 2-disc version.
Yeah, and
but
honestly,
I've never
usually
worried
what you
about
lose.
Yeah.
Usually what you lose is like nothing,
Yeah, so and also, I don't ever worry about... Like, when Arrow releases something, I'm never in a rush to get it.
No. Yeah, the only thing really is like, like if there's like a literal special limited edition, like we've made like 100 of these, and that's it.
Yeah.
Then maybe, but most Arrow stuff you can pick up.
Dude, I still got this Bat Pussy cover on my computer, man. Dude, have you seen it, man? Like, the way she looks?
I'm gonna go right now to Grindhouse and take a look.
Dude, it's the craziest thing, man.
Video. I like Grindhouse Video. They got tons of cool stuff. Still haven't ordered from them yet, though.
They're quick, man.
Yeah, I mean,
I think they got flat rate shipping now, so you could order as much as you want, and it's the same price.
That's cool. I mean, I know. I've been thinking of picking up the Dustin Mills stuff.
Only place you can get it for right now.
Okay, let's take a look.
Dude, look at the way she's drawn, man.
That's hilarious. And that's like a complete, like, I don't know. I don't even know what to compare that to.
It gets you excited for it, though.
It does. You're like, oh, man, this looks crazy.
How did they get... I don't know how they got away with this, though, man. Like, even the logo looks like Batman.
I don't know.
Man, I can't wait for that.
That's gonna be something, to say the least.
You love that quote, though, on the front cover, don't you?
That's awesome. It really is. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and also for other stuff I'm after picking up, the Old Dark House. I want to pick that up.
Yeah.
and the new season of American Horror Story. But I'll probably wait till Christmas for that.
Yeah, or Black Friday, it'll probably be on. Do
Yeah.
you go out for Black Friday at all?
Not really. I find I tend to, because over here we don't really get as good, the sales aren't as good.
Oh, okay. So you guys don't have like, they don't have like Blu-rays and stuff, like $3 or $4 and stuff near you?
Not that good. Usually it's like you'll go and they'll be maybe 50% off.
Okay, yeah. Usually here they, you go into all the stores, they got setups of all stuff like Blu-rays that were like $15 are now like $3.99 or whatever.
Yeah, you see that's worth it.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm up at 2 in the morning anyways, so it's not like it's not like I'm losing sleep over it, you know.
Yeah, yeah. And it's the sort of thing over here what tends to be really good price-wise is like big name, like big items, like new TVs and stuff. They'll have like, like sort of like a 60-inch like 4K for like $100.
Yeah.
But you have to be one of like the first like 6.
Oh, you got to camp out
door.
there and miss out. You basically got to miss out eating with your family and stuff.
Yeah. Well,
I just bought a TV, so I don't give a shit about that.
Yeah. Luckily over here, our Thanksgiving is in October, so.
Really?
Yeah, it's actually tomorrow.
Wow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Ours is like November 21st or something.
See, I think you guys got it the right way, because essentially you've put like something in between.
We got 3 holidays each month. Like each month, all 3 last months of the year there's a big holiday.
Yeah.
You got October, Halloween, November, Thanksgiving, then Christmas, obviously.
Yeah, of course. What ends up happening over here is since our Thanksgiving is in October, as soon as Halloween ends, all the Christmas decorations come out.
Do you love the feeling of Christmas, though?
I like
seeing all that stuff, and
I do, but it's a lot of the time it's just way too soon.
Oh, definitely.
Because I kid you not, last year I think it was, they started playing Christmas music on the radio 24/7 on like November 3rd.
Yeah, dude, I hate Christmas music, man.
By the time Christmas rolled around, I was just so happy for those songs to be gone. I mean, you know what? Start them the beginning of December. I can live with that.
Yeah, like December 1st. And do your parents, are they the kind that like to listen to it all the time and stuff? When it's Christmas?
Well, not my dad. My dad hates it. He's like, ugh, get that stuff off. My mom, she has a radio station that she listens to. Yeah. That around Christmas time, it's usually just normal music. But around Christmas time becomes 24/7 Christmas songs.
Yeah, man, you got like Mariah Carey and all them singing.
Oh, my
dude,
God.
it's brutal.
And then you get
I don't like how I know it's weird to say, but I hate how cheerful it is, you know? It's like cringy how cheerful it is.
It can be. It can be very, very cringy at times. No, I dig it, though. I mean, it's it's a fun little time.
It's funny, I did my Christmas in July series, so...
Yeah. So, what are you going to watch in December, then?
Well, usually what I'm probably going to devote December, usually they put out really awful straight-to-video Christmas movies that Walmart has.
That's true.
Like, remember they put out all those Krampus movies and stuff?
Oh, the really low-budget ones?
Yeah, dude. And then they'd put out, there's actually the good one, call it, what the hell is that thing called? Like a Christmas horror story or something? Or
the one, it was like is it like anthology?
Yeah, William Shatner's like the host of it or something.
Yeah, I want to see that. I've over here I could only ever find
Santa fighting Krampus.
Yeah, like literally fighting Krampus. It's pretty awesome.
And then Walmart actually had to change the title to a holiday horror story or something because they didn't want it, dude. Like it was if you ordered on Amazon or bought it at Target, it was a Christmas horror story.
Yeah, and that's what it is. I mean, it's like...
Dude, Walmart called it a holiday horror story.
Don't even get me started on that crap. I can't stand that.
It's funny, it was just the sleeve. The sleeve said holiday horror story, then the actual under the sleeve said Christmas horror story, so they had to have special sleeves printed just for Walmart.
That's pathetic. That's genuinely pathetic. You okay?
Yeah, start laughing and coughing.
It sounded like you were coughing up a lung.
Dude, that was funny, man.
Yeah.
They do that. Like, dude, they don't even sell CDs with parental advisory stickers.
Oh, man.
All right,
Yeah.
man.
They need to, stop that crap.
Yeah. So you ready for Talk
Yeah.
Chucky?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, man. So Child's Play 1.
Yeah.
Dude, I love this movie, man.
So do I. It's completely awesome.
Yeah, it's not my favorite in the franchise.
Yeah, that's part 2, definitely.
Yeah.
For me, at least.
All right, man. So I'm just going to go through some things I like. I mean, plot's really basic. Kid wants a good guy's doll. He's obsessed with it, watching the TV shows, got the cereal and the pajamas and everything.
Yep.
Like every kid in the 80s, pretty much, with their favorite show.
Yeah.
But, so I like the whole vibe of it. But anyways, the kid wants the doll. The mother can't get it. She ends up buying a bootleg one, or not a bootleg one, but one off a hobo in the street.
I thought that was awesome.
Yeah. And so she brings it home, and, everything's going good, but the doll's possessed with the serial killer's soul of Charles Lee Ray, because in the beginning he does voodoo to transfer his soul into the toy's body because Chris Sarandon is about to shoot him down. And basically that's the plot of it,
Yeah.
He's trying to kill Andy Barclay and his family.
Yeah.
So anyways, I just want to point out I love the opening scene in this.
Oh, so do
the
I.
whole toy store.
Yeah.
I love seeing Brad Dourif,
I like seeing Brad Dourif in anything.
Yeah, he's just awesome.
He is. I mean, he's got this look. He can play, like, scummy, seedy people really well.
Yeah, man. And,
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but...
yeah, he's really good at it. And
Yeah.
Chris Sarandon is in this.
Yeah.
Which back in the day, I didn't realize that, but
No.
that's awesome. I love seeing Chris Sarandon.
Yeah, again, put him in anything.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, he even had that, what's it called, the cameo appearance in the remake of Fright Night.
Oh, yeah. Definitely, his car when it gets pulled over or whatever.
Yeah, possibly the best scene in the movie, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's that, and I just love the whole vibe of it. You have the cheesy-looking lightning. And
Yeah.
him doing the, give me the power, I beg of you.
I know.
He's doing that whole thing, and I just thought that was really badass.
Yeah. I just thoroughly enjoyed every part of the first one, the first Child's Play. I just completely love it.
Yeah, it's definitely, we could say right off the bat, it's in the S class. It's just a straight up bona fide classic.
It is, definitely.
But before we move on to part 2, I just want to point out a few things about it that I feel make it a classic.
Yeah.
I just think the whole idea of the hiding the soul game.
Yeah.
Hide the soul. I think that's really badass,
Yeah.
I think the actor who played Andy Barclay, Alex Vincent,
Yeah.
there's something really likable about him.
Yeah, well, I mean, he felt like a real kid.
Yeah.
He didn't feel like a child actor.
Definitely. Yeah, I really liked him.
Yeah.
I gotta say, the woman who played the mother,
Yeah.
super hot. Like,
Yeah.
super hot, man.
Yeah.
There's certain women that you're just watching, you're like, holy shit, dude. She's one of them. I thought she was beautiful, man.
Catherine Hicks, right?
Yeah, she was in something else, too, but I don't know, just the look about her. I think I say that about a lot of women I know. But I'm, like, dead serious about this one, though. Like, she's in the same room as, like, Vera Farmiga and stuff, but...
Yeah. Well, let's put it this way. She played Marilyn Monroe in 1980.
Oh, okay, I didn't see that.
Yeah, Marilyn Monroe in Marilyn the Untold Story, 1980.
Wow.
So, I mean,
she's married to someone famous, too, I think.
Let's take a look here.
Like someone from the production of Chucky, maybe, or someone from the production of some movie.
Kevin Yeager, the guy that created...
Makeup, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And he made the Chucky doll.
Yeah, well, so he's not famous to normal people, but to us he is.
Yeah, we know who he is. We're like, yep.
Is she still married to him, or do I still have a chance? No, I'm just kidding.
I think they're still married.
Okay, yeah, she was hot, though.
Yeah.
So, all right, man. And her acting was believable. Like,
Oh yeah, she felt like an overworked like mother that
yeah,
was trying to help out her kid, you know?
yeah, it was just really good. And one thing I wrote down too is I really enjoy the pacing.
Oh
It's
yeah.
like at the first half, it takes its time. No
Yeah.
one's really believing anything. The babysitter gets killed, but still no one believes
Yeah.
it. And then when she's about to throw Chucky into the fire, just how he starts yelling and how vulgar he is, it's like a shock, man.
Yeah.
Because he's just like, "Oh, you cunt!" He's like yelling and all this stuff, dude.
Yeah. And what's awesome about that is if you haven't seen the cover of the movie,
Yeah.
up to that point, you're kind of questioning, like, is the doll killing people or is this the kid?
Yeah. Definitely.
You know?
They could have. Yeah. Well, I think they did intend it to be like that, because if you think of the original theatrical cover,
Yeah.
it's just the building, a lightning bolt, and it says Child's Play in like block letters.
Yeah.
So they
Yeah.
didn't show the doll on the cover, so they probably were going for that.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see if I can see here because there was a production.
I know the original cover is really boring, man.
Here we go. Don Mancini stated the original script was a whodunit story, which dealt with the effects of advertising and television on children. Mancini's original script was written to toy with the audience a bit longer, making them wonder whether Andy was the killer rather than Chucky.
Yeah, so
I would have liked to have seen that.
yeah,
Maybe as like an alternate cut or something, you know?
definitely.
I
So
mean,
yeah,
you kind of need Chucky in there. I mean, he kind of
well,
makes
it's right now
the
he's
thing.
an icon.
Yeah.
But I would also want to point out that the Chucky, I like the way they camera angled it.
Mm-hmm.
They were able to use midgets and stuff in costume by doing certain shots, and
Yeah.
just the animatronics of the Chucky doll in general is just insane, man.
Yeah.
They got people working the eyebrows, people working the eyes, people working the mouth,
Yeah, and it comes off as real,
Yeah.
even when, even when it's like moving kind of clunkily, it
Yeah.
still comes off almost as like, he's trying to get used to this new body.
Yeah, and the facial expressions too are awesome. Just the way he yells and stuff.
Oh yeah, I mean, honestly, I have to say I don't know if any of the sequels ever really did the facial expressions as good.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, there's something about the first one, and it just looked really realistic, if you will,
Yeah.
as realistic as like a killer doll can look.
Yeah, definitely. And the last thing I wanted to say about Child's Play 1 before we move to 2
Mm-hmm.
is I love how difficult it was to kill Chucky. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
Like,
you can do
they
everything
actually-
to him.
Like Freddy and stuff, it's all in one shot thing. But dude, Chucky keeps coming and coming, man. Like,
Yeah,
it's really, and that goes through to all these movies.
yeah,
But
yeah.
Child's Play 1, he gets, dude, like they do everything to him, man.
I know you couldn't do more to kill a character if you tried.
Yeah.
Blew off his arm, blew off his leg, blew off his head, burned him.
everything.
It's like, well, damn.
So what would you give
one thing we have to cover though is Chucky's name, Charles Lee Ray, and where that came from.
Yeah.
Charles
But
Mintz,
was it
Lee
a
Harvey
coincidence,
Oswald.
though? Was it a
James
coincidence,
Earl
though, that the doll was called Chucky in the first place, and Charles seemed to possess that doll,
I don't know. All I can think is, well, plot armor for one.
And they even said in the last one, Cult of Chucky, that only 2% of those dolls were named Chucky.
Yeah. All I can think is unless, it became Chucky as soon as he put his soul in it.
Yeah.
Maybe that's where, he does kind of when he's first talking, he's like, "Hi, my name's Chucky.
Yeah.
There's like that slight pause.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Just a little plot hole,
Yeah.
but it's whatever.
Yeah.
So what would you give this movie out of a 10?
I give it a 9 out of 10.
Yeah. I'm
Like
going to
I
give it...
said, I push up into the S class as well.
Yeah.
But, no, I give it a 9 out of 10.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and give it an 8 out of 10 just because I think there's sequels that are better.
Yeah.
Okay. Which leads us to Child's Play 2.
Yep.
My absolute favorite of the entire series.
Yeah, me too.
It's just, dude, the vibe of this is there's a lot more going on. They expand it.
Yeah.
You're getting different settings. This is the way a sequel should be made. You know what I mean?
It should. They took everything that was good in the first one
and amped it up. More kills, more personality, more sets. There's more. Let's just right off the bat. I like that they used the same Andy Barclay character.
Yeah.
And the fact that he looks the exact same age as the first one and all that.
Yeah.
So I really like that. Now, I really don't like that Catherine Hicks didn't return.
Yeah.
And they kind of got a little lazy and just threw her in a mental asylum, which I thought was kind of messed up,
Yeah, they could have done a bit better there,
Yeah, but it does make sense. If a woman was claiming a doll killed her whole whatever, that's realistically what's going to happen. So
yeah.
Now they got rid of Catherine Hicks, but I gotta say the girl who played Kyle, the I guess stepsister, whatever you can call her.
Yep.
Dude, she was not equally as hot. She was hot, but not as hot as Catherine Hicks, but she was still really attractive.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like I said, I like the expansion of the settings. I love the beginning of it. I love factor, like when they're scraping all the burnt plastic off the skull.
Yeah,
and
that's
how you
awesome.
can see all the scraping. Like every time they scrape it, you see the scrape in the metal.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that whole scene.
Yeah, you're just seeing literally how it's being built, And,
yeah, I don't know why they did it though. Like
they never explained why.
No, it's just
I think what it is in the beginning, the CEO. Remember, he's walking in and he's like, "I got a meeting with a bunch of ANSI shareholders." I think what they were trying to do is prove, like, hey, this is the guts of that doll. Here it is remade. It's still good, blah, blah, blah. But it was definitely weird, man.
Yeah, it seemed to me like why wouldn't that be in, like, police custody?
Yeah, it's super weird. But I do got to say, though, they made what happened to him in Child's Play 1.
Yeah.
It looked like how he would look, you know what I mean?
Oh,
yeah. When they're cleaning him up in this one.
Yeah, it looks like they literally took what was left at the end of part 1 and just said, okay, let's rebuild him.
Yeah.
We can rebuild him better, faster.
So I just love that whole scene, like just the vibe of it, man. And then you have, it's all believe you have, first of all, the woman, like one of the first women you see is from Twin Peaks, Laura Palmer's mother.
Yeah.
She's the agency to adopt.
Yeah.
And the kid ends up getting adopted. He goes home. Basic plot line. It's basically it's the same story, but it's following the kid as he's with a foster. Family and all that. So.
Yeah.
I do gotta say too, the teacher death, man. I love that, dude.
Yeah, that was one of those scenes
he comes out smacking the ruler against his hand and everything.
Oh, yeah, and it's just kind of like, yeah, you're going to get it now.
Yeah, man.
And it's awesome. Well, I never liked that teacher, so
Yeah, and there's certain aspects of this that I do like. Like in movies, when Chucky, smashes that little statue thing that the mother really loves and all that.
Yeah.
I love in movies where stuff happens to where to an adult they would obviously think the kid smashed it.
Yeah.
But as an audience member, you're just like, damn, because the kid really didn't do it.
Yeah.
I love when movies do that because it makes you really feel for him.
Yeah.
Because at that moment, you actually really do feel bad for Andy.
Yeah, because he's literally done nothing wrong.
Yeah. And you could tell these parents are like a nervous wreck because they obviously got the Kyle chick who does whatever she wants and all that.
Yeah.
All right, man. But my favorite death's the teacher death. What's your favorite death in this thing?
I think I got to agree.
Yeah.
Teacher death. I mean, it's just awesome.
So let's talk about the ending of this thing before we move on to the third one and our final rating of this.
Yeah.
And I also want to point out that the cover art for Child's Play 2, I think is about as iconic as it can get. Like, I remember, walking down the video store, seeing that cover art.
Yeah.
I remember seeing posters of it. I just remember that poster art real vivid. The whole look on the Jack in the Box.
Yeah.
And, even the quote, "Sorry, Jack, Chucky's back."
Yeah.
I remember that like it was yesterday, man.
Yeah. It was,
I really want to get
awesome.
that in a poster, man. I probably will.
Yeah, it's like it's like a classy looking poster, really.
Yeah, man. And so I really love that. It's one of my favorite posters of all time, I'd venture to say.
Yeah, I agree. It's a really solid poster.
But let's talk about this ending, man.
Yeah.
One thing I gotta give Chucky movies in general, and that's across the board, besides with the exception of Seed. And after actually 1 through 3, now that I'm thinking about it, Bride didn't really have a huge ending. Like climax, Seed didn't either, and neither did Curse. Well, Curse, we'll get into those, but the ending of Child's Play 2, man, like if you thought the first Child's Play ending was like really extravagant, dude, this took it crazy, man. Yeah. Dude, you're in a factory with them all getting made, on a huge scale. Dude, I love that you have Chucky's arm replaced with a knife, dude. And
yeah. I just I love the part where you actually put the knife, like, in there.
I know, man, dude.
And he just puts his arm on it and just shoves it. Oh.
Yeah, dude. And, dude, just what Chucky goes through in this makes the first one look like a piece of cake,
Yeah. And, I mean, it's
dude,
almost
and it looks disgusting, too, don't it, when he's getting melted and all that? And
definitely. And it's just...
Oh, and they're putting body parts in different spots than it should be,
Oh, that... I remember when I first saw that when I was a kid, I was kind of like, oh, no.
Yeah, man. Dude, I love the ending of this thing, man.
It's pretty much perfect, isn't it? Like, for... Like, well, this is kind of like how you would take out, like, a killer doll.
Yeah.
Other than, just kicking it.
What's funny is all my Fright Rag shirts... Since I'm a big dude, so when I buy when I spend a lot of money on a shirt, I get real sketched out putting them in a dryer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
yeah, I know what you mean.
So because they always shrink, and then I'm always pissed. So all my Fright Rag shirts, I hang dry them.
Yeah.
I wash them, and my whole room will be filled with them, but still. But I'm looking at one right now. It's hanging really on my closet door, and it's a Child's Play 2 one.
Yeah.
And it's got I don't know if you've seen it, but it's got Chucky holding another Chucky head, and he's got his blade arm.
Yeah.
And in the background, it's the factory.
That's cool.
Yeah, man. So I love that movie, dude.
Yeah.
I give this a 9.5. No, dude, I give it a 10.
I agree.
I think it's perfect in every sense. It doesn't drag at all. The acting's good. The sets are good. The deaths are good.
Yeah.
It has a huge payable climax. I just love that.
Yeah. I mean... It's just an all-around, great movie.
Yeah, man.
What
would you do?
Yeah, 10 out of 10, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, no question there.
All right, man. So now we're moving on to Child's Play 3.
Yep.
Now, you watched all these before we did this podcast, right?
Yeah.
So you did get a chance to watch Child's Play 3 again?
Yeah.
Now, what was your honest opinion of it?
It's a good movie. It's not as good as Part 2. I still think, though, that, some of these, adults should have noticed what's going on.
Yeah.
It so seems to me that, it's like, damn it. You're at, a military academy. Someone should be paying more attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, man. Yeah, dude.
That's like my biggest complaint with it.
Yeah, I love this movie though, man.
Yeah.
I give this one the slight edge over 1.
Yeah. I give it about the same as 1.
Yeah. So you like it a lot better than you did?
Yeah. Yeah.
The first thing I wrote down is I love the setting of it, the whole military academy.
Yeah.
I just really like that. It was different than the Chicago streets, which is kind of cool to me.
Yeah.
You don't have a whole lot of movies in that setting.
No.
And what I do like is right when you see like the setting of the military camp and you know it's a Chucky movie.
Yeah.
It's just the possibilities of what could happen with all that,
And I just honestly, I love the whole part where Chucky, swaps out the ammo and everything during the war games.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I just thought that was just so, like, mean-spirited.
Oh, yeah.
And it was so just perfect for Chucky.
Yeah.
You know?
Let me ask you, what did you think of the new actor who played Andy?
I don't know. He didn't look the same.
Yeah, and they kind of made him
He looked like a different person,
And they kind of made him, like, wimpier than you would expect him to be, you know what I mean?
Yeah, after 2 run-ins with a killer doll, and both times completely, like,
traumatized you,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
You would have thought...
they're making him afraid of bullies? Like, wouldn't you think after you deal with Chucky, a bully would be no problem whatsoever?
Yeah, I mean, if anything, you'd probably be, like over zealous in dealing with them.
Yeah.
You'd be like the guy who, like, beats them to a bloody pulp sort of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, man, and then, I gotta say, the little black kid, I thought was annoying as hell.
Yeah, me too. I found it to be... I understand the reason for having him in. There's like a different person he can transfer his soul into. But I think they should have stuck with it being Andy.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, I really like that, the dude from Uncle Frank. Or not Uncle Frank,
well, he's
Frank
Uncle Frank
Skin,
at one
I don't
point,
remember his, but him, I like his character a lot. Comedic relief, because he's totally different than anything I've seen him in. Like in Hellraiser, he's super serious, and Dirty Harry, he's super serious. So it's really bizarre seeing him dancing around,
Yeah.
He almost has like orgasms for cutting hair,
Yeah.
But
I'm just trying to remember his name. Oh, it's going to annoy me now. Andrew Robinson.
Yeah.
That's it.
But I liked him in it.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, I liked the performance of the kid who played the bully. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
he actually played it good.
Yeah. He came off like a jerk.
Yeah, like a jock bully you'd see in a military camp.
Yeah, exactly.
So he looked perfect for the part.
Yeah.
And I do gotta say, by this time, after like watching Bride, Seed, Curse, and Cult, dude, I love the way Chucky looks in this, man.
Yeah. I mean,
even in part 2 and even in 1, dude, just the classic Chucky look I love, before all the scars and before all that.
Yeah. Well, the whole thing was, he looked like a doll that a kid would want.
Yeah, definitely. And there was just something about the way he looked too back then. Like the skin looked rougher and everything than what he does now.
Yeah, now it looks very, very
sheen and
shiny and
a lot younger, skinnier. But anyways, so I did that. I liked the gun death, which we just discussed.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, this has another amazing climax, man.
Oh yeah.
I love the colorway of it, dude. Just the colors, and it's all red and everything.
Yeah.
Dude,
one thing I've always liked with Child's Play movies and the Chucky movies and everything, and this is a good example. The ending is a good example of it. Like when the scythe comes down, takes off part of his face.
Yeah.
How
I love that scene.
How you can see like the meat underneath the plastic, but it's like meat, and there's also you see like some metal and stuff.
Yeah.
it's like this merging of artificial and real.
Yeah.
And it's just something. Every one of the movies has that scene, and it's always great.
Yeah, like I said, the climax in this is awesome, and they really mess them up in this too.
Oh yeah, I mean, like I remember the first time I saw it, I was like, yeah, he's not coming back from this one.
Yeah, well, he didn't for 12 years.
Yeah.
But dude, he like drops in the fan and gets all sliced apart and everything.
I mean, it's like let's add insult to injury. Like, what have we done? Well, we've burned him. We've blown his head up. Like, yeah. I know. Let's throw him like into the equivalent of a wood chipper.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. But like I said, I think what makes it great for me though is the colorway. The whole shot, the cinematography, and everything of that ending is awesome. It's like I said, it's not as good as Part 2's ending.
Yeah.
But it's to the equivalent of Part 1.
Yeah, definitely.
And although I do gotta say, this is more entertaining to me than Part 1 is.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess the thing is, like right from the beginning, you know what you're getting in Part 3.
Right. Well, Part 1 was trying to be more of just a straightforward horror movie.
Yeah. By Part 3, they knew exactly what people wanted to see, and they knew exactly the sort of like deaths and everything you needed to put in.
Yeah.
And it's almost like it's seeing like an engine working at its best.
Yeah.
Almost, like at its peak.
Definitely. This was the 90s. It definitely has a huge 90s feel.
Definitely.
I got to say one more thing before we go to rating it.
Yep.
The poster art for Part 3 I love a lot, too. It's just a close-up on his face.
Yeah. I like it, but I don't know, it just... After the awesomeness that was Part 2...
Yeah.
I just feel it could have been better. I don't know how.
Isn't it weird, though, that the Part 3 cover art is what they used to use for all the box sets and everything?
Yeah. I mean, I always found that kind of funny.
Yeah. But, I mean, if I was to get a poster of Part 2, I'd have to get Part 3 to go along right with it,
Yeah.
Like, I feel like they're done by the same person,
I think they are. I mean,
they have to be. They have the same vibe.
Yeah, they definitely do. I would assume it's by the same person.
Yeah.
I mean, because,
Same colorway, same... Everything looks similar.
Yeah.
Now, what would you give a rating to Part 3?
I'd give it 9 out of 10. It's on equal footing with the first one.
Okay, yeah, like I said, I gave the first one an 8. The second one a 9.5. I give this a 9.
Yeah.
Just a slight notch below 2, but a notch above 1.
Yeah.
Right in the middle there. And before we move on to Bride and Colt, I got to tell you, before I watched all these recently, I had just had the DVD box set with the first 6.
Yeah.
When that came out. Don't ask me why I never bought the Blu-ray. I don't even know. But I just had the DVD set of it. And like I went to Best Buy Tuesday.
Yep.
And I was just going to buy Colt. But I was sitting there looking at it. I was like, well, Colt of Chucky's $18 after tax, 20.
Yeah.
And I was like, the box set's $35.99. For 15 extra bucks, I might as well get Blu-ray transfers of all the other ones.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, I'm glad I did, man. Because the transfers to the first 3 look beautiful, dude.
They do. I mean,
Part 2 especially, man. Like, it's like night and day, man. Like, whoever would buy the DVD sets are like idiots, man.
Yeah, I mean, it is just really, really nice transfers.
I know. And I consider myself lucky I waited for this set to come out.
Yeah.
Because the packaging is so much better.
Yeah.
Than the old box set, man.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at them both side by side. The old one's cool because it was the first time they were all available at once.
Yeah.
Dude, did you see the packaging for this one, though?
Yeah, it has like the
good guy box, kind of.
Yeah, and it has like
lenticular.
And it's like a clear sleeve type thing almost.
Yeah,
it
looks like cellophane, like the guys behind cellophane.
That's pretty cool, I gotta admit.
Yeah, and I like the fact that it's not like a trifold digipack thing with all the discs. You you got to move the because you know the old set is you got to lift. Say you want to watch Curse of Chucky, you got to lift up Seed, then grab Curse and all that. Well, this it's just one huge Blu-ray case, and each one has its own slot, so you ain't got to lift anything.
That's cool. I mean,
and the box is sturdy, man.
That's cool. Like the overlapping thing of the old one. I when it comes to Blu-rays and stuff, I don't think you should do that.
Yeah.
You know, it just always seems.
Well, Blu-rays could take a lot more damage than a DVD can.
That's true, but still, I'd rather not. You know what I mean? I'd rather it be in a way that it couldn't get damaged at all.
What gets me like going? What I can't stand, dude, are like sleeves, like when you got to pull them out of cardboard or something.
Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah,
I hate that, man.
I just picked up a Hammer box set recently of like 4 movies or whatever, and they're in those, like the cardboard sleeves. And it's just
you could feel it scraping against each other when you pull them out,
and you're like, oh, like come on.
I forget what it was, man. Oh, dude, it was the Sopranos box set.
Yeah,
they were all in like a thing, and the disc is in the little cardboard.
Yeah.
When you pull them all out, you look at them, bro, and there's like long scratches from when you just pulled it out, and you're just like, what the hell, man?
Yeah,
and
like
sometimes there's glue all over the disc.
Oh, I've had that. Yeah, where they glue it at the end and it sticks in it.
Oh, dude.
Oh, yeah, that's let's be honest. Really, nowadays it's 2017. There's no excuse.
Yeah.
You know, by now, people know better.
I know, man. Now, so let's move on to Bride of Chucky.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I used to really like this.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking can't stand it now, man.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like, oddly enough, I liked Seed more than I like Bride.
Yeah. It's what I find is Bride of Chucky hasn't really aged well.
Not at all. It feels like something out. That's another. It doesn't even feel like the real world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Katherine Heigl. I mean, she's whatever in it. Forgettable.
Yeah.
It's just, dude. Tim Ritter was kind of cool in it.
Yeah.
But it's crazy to me this gets as much love as it does. Like, a lot of people really love this one.
Oh yeah, well I think what's his name directed it, right? Ronnie Yu.
Yeah.
So
Jason.
Yeah, I kind of get the idea. It was more that, you know.
Yeah, and I heard too. His big inspiration was like the Universal monsters and stuff.
Yeah.
And did you also hear when he made this, he hadn't seen a Chucky movie at all.
Yeah, and you can tell he hadn't.
Yeah.
You know, but in a way, you know, it does change the movie. Like I've said before, it's almost like there's 3 universes, if you will.
Yeah.
There's a universe of the first set of movies, which were pretty much, you know, all horror.
Yeah.
Then you got the universe of the second, like the second 2, so you know, Bride and Seed, which was more like comedy.
Yeah.
And then you got the new universe, which is what we got going on now with Cult and Curse, you know, which is a bit more back into the seriousness.
Yeah.
With some still, you know, comedy elements.
Yeah, we'll get to that, man.
Yeah.
With Bride of Chucky, dude, I've noticed Ronnie Yu has an obsession with vans. Because he has people traveling in a van in this, and then in Freddy vs. Jason, they're traveling in a van. And they're like the exact same van, and it's always, and the 2 dudes, like, the dude in Bride of Chucky and then, like, the love interest in Freddy vs. Jason, feel like the exact same character.
Yes, they do.
You know what I mean? Like the bro dude, you know.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like who wants to escape and all that stuff. It's like the same thing. I do gotta say, the bag of Chucky parts that Jennifer Tilly gets doesn't look nearly as bad as how it would have looked.
Yeah.
And, you know, she just having to stitch them together and all that. But I gotta say, that opening scene is awesome.
Oh,
with,
definitely.
David Arquette's brother or sister or whatever. But I like that whole scene with that, you know?
Yeah.
And then Jennifer Tilly, I think she's hot, but I think she gets really annoying after a while.
Well, she has that voice, you know.
Yeah,
and...
but I don't like Tiffany as a character either. The doll I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I thought it was stupid as hell, dude.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think they just wanted another doll. Let's be honest. You know, really, it would have been, I think, I kind of like it better if she'd stayed human.
Yeah.
You know, but then again, then you'd lose out on some of the otter scenes from the movie.
Yeah, but I could have done without the otter stuff, man, because this is when it started getting more humor.
Yeah.
And I just didn't... I could have done without the humor, you know?
Yeah.
I do gotta say, I really do like the way Chucky looks, too, with the scars. I thought it was kind of cool.
Yeah.
You know, I like the puns he was saying, too, like, you know, when Tim Ritter or whatever gets hit with the nails.
Oh, yeah, like,
and he's like,
why does that look so familiar?
Yeah, that was cool. I love also the, what is it? Oh, the pun where it's like something like Martha Stewart, and he's like, "Who the fuck is Martha Stewart?"
It's like my idol.
Yeah, and I don't remember what he says, but do you remember there's in the parking lot, this kid's like smoking a joint in his car.
Yeah.
And Chucky crawls by, and dude, I love just the look on the stoner's face. He's like, "Whoa." Oh, doesn't Chucky flick him off or something?
I think he gives him the finger. He's just kind of like, "Whoa."
Yeah. Dude, that was badass.
Yeah. And then we always have to talk about the friend of the couple.
Oh, the gay dude that gets hit by a semi?
Yeah, he doesn't... and he literally just gets turned into meat sauce.
Yeah, I like that. And I also like, too, the first time I saw it,
I
was surprised, though, when, you know, he's picking up Catherine Heigl or whatever. And he takes her, dude, and then when you discover, oh, it's not even the boy. Dude, I remember being pretty surprised.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, I'm just not a huge fan of this one really anymore. I do like the death, though, where they're at the hotel, and those people are, you know, hooking up under that ceiling
with
mirror.
the mirror, yeah. That was an awesome scene.
Yeah, and just the whole thing of... I don't know, the whole trailer park thing, I thought it was just a weird vibe to this movie, man. Like, when you go from snowy Chicago streets to Military Academy, and all of a sudden this is, like, real sunny and everything. It's in a...
Yeah.
It just felt... Dude, it was too different for me, man. I didn't like the humor. And before I give it a final rating, I gotta say the poster art, I think, is terrible, too.
The poster art it's okay.
Yeah.
But it's you know what it is? It's your typical Scream poster.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, you know, the black, the white, the little bit of red and everything. Your typical Scream poster.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so it was a little bit lazy.
Yeah, definitely. And I can't imagine watching this movie again anytime soon, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's all right, but, you know, it's one of the weaker of the series.
Yeah, the only time I'll ever watch it again is if another sequel comes out.
Yeah.
So, what would you give this rating, man?
I'll give it a 6.
Yeah, I'm pretty much right there with you. I'll give it a 6. I mean, there's entertaining moments to it, but overall, to me, it's kind of a depressing film, just seeing what... like after a 12-year jump, this is what happened to it.
Yeah, and it's just kind of, I don't want to say forgettable.
Yeah,
but it kind of is.
Too silly, man.
Yeah,
which leads us to now let's Seed of Chucky, man.
Yeah.
Right, so, dude, you know, when I first saw this, well, this is the first time Don Mancini takes over as director.
Yeah.
You know, so you already have high hopes for that.
Yeah.
Now, dude, well, first of all, you knew it was going to get stupid because the cover of it is a doll and just the whole covers were dumb.
Yeah.
And the whole opening scene, you already know what kind of movie it is because you got a bunch of cameos. You know, you got Red Man, and then I forget what the guy's name was who played the Santa Claus character. You know, in the opening.
Yeah.
He's someone known, but I forget his name.
I don't know.
But anyways, he was in it, dude, and it's just like, I like how meta it is, too.
Yeah.
Like, it's almost like Scream and stuff, just how,
yeah.
What's the word I'm looking for? Like
self-referential and everything.
Self-referential. Yeah. You know, Tiffany plays, or Jennifer Tilly plays Jennifer Tilly.
I know, that was kind of funny.
And you got the doll saying, "Oh, Jennifer Tilly's playing me in a movie," and all. It was just really, I don't know. It's really bizarre. They upped the humor a lot in this, man.
They did.
And I gotta say, I do love that scene too, where you have the POV shot of Glenn / Glenda. Remember, he's running around the house, gets the knife from the cake, and he's goes to kill that dude, and the dude falls down the stairs just like in Psycho.
Yeah.
It has that same shot.
Yeah, and so he really didn't kill him, but then, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, man.
It's a fun movie. One thing I always find fun with it, just listen to how Jennifer Tilly says Redman.
Yeah.
She calls him Redman.
Oh, yeah.
And she, throughout the entire thing, it's even, if you listen to the commentary, it's even talked about on there. It's like you're calling him Redman. His name's Redman. It's like, well, Redman was a good guy or whatever.
Yeah, I gotta say though, I like Redman as a rapper.
Yeah.
So I mean, you know, he's one of my favorite rappers of all time, actually. So it is kind of cool seeing him.
Yeah.
But rappers and horror movies to me don't have a good track record.
Not really.
I mean, look at Busta Rhymes from H2O, which is around the same time, or Resurrection.
Yeah.
Which is around the same time. I mean, I can't think of any others off the bat, but...
Well, I tell you what, that Busta Rhymes in Resurrection, he's the only character that ever tried to kung fu Michael Myers.
And actually have it work, too.
Yeah.
That's what makes it bad, is it works.
Yeah.
Like, at least Jason, like in Jason Takes Manhattan, you have the dude, you know, he punches him, and you think it's going to do something. Yeah, but then Jason comes back and punches his head completely off.
Yeah.
You know, this has Busta Rhymes roundhouse kicking Michael Myers out of a window. Like, that's the dumbest thing, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then having we'll save that for another time, the Halloween discussion.
Yeah.
But all right, man. So, Seed of Chucky. I really like the John Waters death.
That was
his whole
awesome.
face melting, man.
Yeah, and again, it was the sort of thing. It was like a complete accident.
Yeah, I love that.
And then you just gotta love Chucky's reaction.
Yeah.
He's kind of like, "Good for you."
Yeah.
Like he's dead. Yes. And they take a photo.
Yeah, and I thought it was weird, the whole Red Man trying to get with Jennifer Tilly, you know?
Yeah,
It was just a weird, I don't know. I don't want to go too much into it. That was just, I don't know, it was a little weird just because I like Jennifer Tilly a lot.
Yeah, well, what character was it that he wanted him to play in the movie he was doing?
He wanted Jennifer Tilly to play?
Yeah, you know, like in Seed of Chucky.
Remember,
was it like the Virgin Mary or something?
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Oh, man, that's just...
Yeah, but that's the thing about this. It was so... Was it... Yeah, Red Man dies getting his guts spilled all over the floor.
Yeah.
You remember that? I love that scene.
That was kind of like a really awesome scene. I tell you what scene I liked in it, where Tiffany's like she's calling up the like family members of people she's killed and like apologizing for it and like trying to like make amends because of like AA or whatever.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Yeah, man.
I mean,
I do gotta... What do you think of like Glenn and Glenda's character?
I got it.
Yeah.
You know, I understood it, but it was kind of... The only real reason you needed them in there was to bring, you know, Chucky and Tiffany back to life.
Yeah.
That was it.
We'll get to that in a second.
Like, almost if you killed them off after that, it would have been fine.
Yeah. And I like how Chucky, you think he's going to be like a fatherly type figure for a lot of it. And then at the end, he just basically says, fuck you to all of them, you know?
Yeah.
I love that.
I love that ending.
I don't like the whole ending, though, where Jennifer Tilly's at the party, and you see Glenn and Glenda there, and
Yeah.
The ending, it just wasn't. When you get from like the first three,
Yeah.
these movies just feel a lot less, man. The climaxes are really disappointing.
They are.
And I do got to say about this movie to finish it off too.
Mm.
Before I give it a rating, dude, this movie, I mean, its kills that it had were good.
Yeah.
Dude, the body count was real low.
It was. I mean, I think 1, 2, 3. I think there are about maybe 3 deaths, 3 maybe 4 deaths in the entire movie.
Yeah, really low amount of deaths.
Yeah, and I mean, that's something you never want to do in. And let's be honest, it sort of falls into the slasher genre.
Yeah.
You want a bigger body count with every movie.
Yeah, definitely. That's the way it should be for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the nature of the beast, you know. You shouldn't cut back on unless you cut back and then go completely over the top with what you do use.
Yeah.
You know. But
so what would you give a final rating to Seed to Chucky?
I'd give it 7 out of 10.
Really?
I liked it better than than Bride of Chucky.
Okay.
But
yeah, I give it a 6 too. It's equal footing as Bride of Chucky.
Yeah.
Bride of Chucky has more kills.
Yeah.
This is more entertaining, so they equal out to the same to me.
Yeah, I find like I said, I find Bride of Chucky hasn't aged well.
Yeah, definitely.
Where Seed of Chucky's aged a bit better.
Yeah. Now Curse of Chucky.
Yeah.
When this came out, what did you think of it?
I loved it.
Yeah, I love it a lot too, man.
I love the fact that they made it scary again.
Yeah.
Well, not scary,
but didn't take it jokey.
Yeah.
I like I have one gripe about the whole movie, and that's it. Just one gripe.
Okay.
And that's how they made him look.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
He just doesn't look like Chucky.
No,
they made his hair like super straight, like an emo kid or something. And like
emo kid Chucky.
Yeah, and his face, and it's like he looks like smooth and shiny, and everything's just like a little off. But I do like the whole thing of well, first of all, I gotta say I think Fiona Dourif's hot too.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if it's because it's Brad Dourif's daughter,
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if I was to see her on the street, I probably wouldn't even look twice.
Yeah.
I think the fact that she's horror royalty's daughter makes her that much more attractive.
It could definitely be.
But I do think she is really like even when the scene where like the very beginning where she answers the door and it's the UPS guy or whatever.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Is he hitting on me?"
Yeah.
Dude, I would have like even her in a wheelchair, I still would have been hitting on her.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
I like how the mom's just like, "Oh, he's just being nice."
Oh, yeah.
That was funny as hell, man.
Yeah, it was kind of like, gee, really? Can you be more of a bitch?
Yeah, and then I just like the way it all plays out. The mother dies, and the other family comes in, and they want to send her to a nursing home. and what's weird is they bring the priest with them too. Like, what is this, the 50s? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, who does that? Like, I've only seen that in like movies in the 50s or like Andy Griffith or something.
Yeah.
Like, who really gets the talent? Regardless, I mean, there's that, which was really weird to me.
Yeah.
And I get that they needed money and stuff, but that's really hard to believe. Like, Fiona Dourif pointed it out, too. Like, you guys have a live-in nanny.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's like, yeah, you don't need no money.
Yeah, so it's definitely weird. I do like her acting, because you do really feel bad for her.
Yeah.
And the sister, you could even say she's a good actor too, because at least I really hated her character.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, the chick who played the nanny, I really hated her character too.
That's one thing I've noticed about the Child's Play movies and everything. They make some really unlikable characters, so that when they die, you just love it.
I mean, straight up, I don't think I liked any character except Fiona Dourif.
Yeah.
And I didn't like the brother-in-law because he was just whatever. The little girl I thought was really annoying.
Yeah.
So everything about it was just really, I wanted them all to die, so
Yeah.
they all did. So it was
Yeah.
kind of cool.
Yeah.
And I really like the deaths too, man.
Yeah.
Like there was the whole she's on the Skype or whatever.
Yeah.
And the water, that was badass. She fries to death. Dude, the gore in this too, man.
Yeah.
Like dude, when Chucky, oh dude, best part to me hands down in the whole movie, the sisters peeling off the pieces of his face, and you remember you see all the stitches and stuff.
Yeah.
Dude, that's when he goes crazy for the first time.
Yeah.
He stabs her right in the eyeball, bro.
Yeah.
Dude, then you see her eyeball roll downstairs, and there's still a slice in it. Dude, that was brutal.
Yeah. I mean, it's just an all around good flick.
Yeah.
You know, and it's got some good kills and everything.
Yeah, there was no really any humor at all, which I really liked. And one shot I do got to give huge props for, because it built the tension perfect, man, is when you see Chucky put the rat poison in one of the dishes of chili, which to me is a weird dish to serve someone.
Yeah.
Like a huge party to serve everyone one bowl of chili is just weird.
Yeah.
But anyways, and how you're not going to see all that rat poison on top of the cheese.
Yeah. I mean, you could understand if you put in beforehand and then put cheese on top or something, but you know.
Yeah, but what I love, dude, is just the tension that builds, because like the camera pans up. Remember, it's like circling around, and you have no idea who has the bowl of rat poison.
Yeah, you
think it's the little girl for that. Remember, she's like, something tastes weird.
Yeah,
but
you know, it's that typical like Hitchcockian bomb under the table thing.
Yeah.
You know, but it's done in such a way that you literally don't know.
Yeah, no, I love that whole shot, and I love that they went there and it's the priest that gets it.
Yeah.
And then he gets his whole head fucking cut off.
That was awesome. It's like, you know, he's been given poison. If that's not bad enough, now he's gonna lose his head as well.
Yeah, man. I love that. Yeah. It was almost worth the weirdness of having the priest there in the first place.
Yeah. Yeah. Just for that.
Man.
Oh man.
But let's talk about the ending before that happens. Well, I like the ending of her getting put into the mental institution.
Yeah.
Because no one's gonna believe her, obviously.
Yeah.
And I like that every single one of the murder weapons are sitting there on the table. Like you see the box of rat poison, the axe, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I love how Chucky's sitting there and she's wheeling up like, I'm still alive, and she's like laughing like a maniac.
Yeah.
Dude, and then it's weird because first of all, did you like that ending or no?
I liked it, but I just found a problem with, you know, like honestly, like, you know, she's in a wheelchair. You know, who would believe that she killed like an entire house load of people?
Yeah.
You know, and nobody like did anything. Yeah. You know, like a cop coming to that would have been like, you know, something doesn't quite add up here.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And but you know, they have like a couple like they're not even post credit, they're actually different endings. Yeah. But then you see Jennifer Tilly mailing off a package, and that's when you realize, well, you think that's where that package, that's where they're implying that Jennifer Tilly mailed that package to Fiona Dourif, but then you see a package arriving at Andy Barclay's house, which I thought was badass. Because at least I wasn't expecting it when I first saw it. You know,
I know that was such a cool.
Opening the box, you just see him there with a shotgun, like, play with this.
Shoots
him.
Yeah,
dude, and I love that ending, man, because literally both of those endings tie into Cult.
Yeah,
which we'll talk about in a second, man, because that was always a big thing with me, and I was sitting there thinking, like, well, how does Jennifer Tilly send a box with Chucky to Fiona Dourif, but sends a box of Chucky to Andy Barclay, but Chucky's in the evidence room? You know what I mean? It always felt weird to me, like, how that went down. But this one, the new one, answered that. But before we move on to Cult, what do you give Curse?
I give Curse a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, I give it an 8.5. You know, I don't think it's as good as 2 and 3. It's pretty much equal with part 1.
Yeah.
The only thing that holds it back to me is just the way Chucky looks.
I definitely know what you mean.
Yeah. It's just too. The only thing that brings it down, man. You know.
Yeah, it's a very odd look.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and especially when you think, it's been the same doll for years. Just use the same molds, remake the one from part 3 or whatever, and you're fine.
Yeah.
So
anyway, so now we move on to Colt, just released days ago.
Yeah.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Now, straight off bat, did it live up to your expectations?
It didn't. It didn't.
Yeah, I'm the same way, man.
I mean, well, one thing I got to get this out of the way right at the beginning. I never noticed it in Curse, but in Cult, maybe it's just the makeup, but you can tell how much Fiona Dourif looks
Facial
like
hair?
Brad Dourif.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, she looks a lot like Brad Dourif.
And I mean, I never noticed it in Curse.
Dude, I think it's because they don't have her in any makeup or nothing.
Yeah.
She looks real like how you would look in a mental hospital.
And I think also
she looks rougher than I thought, man.
I think also it kind of plays into the ending.
Yeah.
But of course we'll get to that when we get to the ending.
Yeah.
Yeah. I found I don't know. It was I didn't find it as good as Curse of Chucky. But I found it very entertaining. And I don't know.
Yeah, man.
It's a bit of a tough one.
Yeah. Did you notice too? There's a close up when the doctor's trying to hypnotize Fiona Dourif.
Yeah.
Did you notice how much facial hair she had?
I didn't, but I'll have to go back and take a look there.
Dude, there was like a lot. Man, it was I don't know, but I still think she's hot though. So
yeah.
But I gotta say, the turn of her character, like she goes in and remember she meets the one dude and he's nice to her or whatever, and then the next scene you see her just slamming her.
Yeah.
And then the next scene, they're like, oh, he's a multiple personality. She just gets that look like, oh, great. You know?
It almost seemed to me like that was literally just like a thrown in.
Yeah, it didn't go anywhere.
Yeah,
it was weird. And then another thing I gotta say, the Asian chick, I'm glad they made her in it because, dude, you wanted her to die quick, man.
Yeah, she was just so annoying.
Yeah, and I like her death and I dislike it at the same time. Because I liked how gory it was. The effects were good, dude, but the CGI of the glass breaking was really noticeable, man.
And let's be honest, it was the same death as
Bride.
Yeah.
Although I do like the whole thing of him slamming the CO2 tank on the floor and it shooting up,
I like the fact also that, she was completely awake.
Yeah.
She couldn't do anything about it, but she was completely conscious and she knew what was going on. It was like, yeah, you're kind of screwed now, aren't you?
Yeah. You know what I love, too, is how when the doctors or therapist, whatever he is talking to Fiona Dourif, Chucky goes behind us and smashes him with the bottle.
Yeah.
And then, 20 minutes later,
he does it again.
He's like, he's like, what is it with this guy?
Yeah. I don't know if I should kill him or take notes.
Yeah, I thought that was cool. And I like that actor was good, too, because he wanted him to die.
Yeah.
And,
man.
But one thing I do got to say, too, well, Andy Barclay, I got to mention, too, because that 10-second scene at the end of Curse leads into this. He actually has that head, and it's, nailed to a board.
That was
There's
awesome.
a big shotgun wound. He just keeps him in I like too because when you first see Andy Barclay, he's talking to his girlfriend.
Yeah.
And she's like, if you talk about he's a gun fanatic and he's like, I only have a few. And then you see his chest. And it's like a huge armory.
Yeah.
Dude, I thought that was awesome.
Yeah, it was. I loved it. I just love the fact that he brought out the doll head.
Yeah,
he sits it there, and then he's talking to him.
It looked badass. I like the whole thing where he's on the computer and he's looking at the footage of the police laughing at him, basically.
Yeah.
You know, because he's like he's shooting the Chucky head, and the head's going like like yelling.
Yeah.
And the cops are like, "Oh, it's a cool trick." And
Yeah.
then Chucky's in the background like, "Yeah, play it again. I always love that one."
Yeah, I love that. That's just kind of,
Yeah, I do
the pure snark is great.
Yeah. Another scene I really love too is when the doctor he starts torching the doll's fingers.
Yeah.
And there's like slowly melting, like like you're waiting for it to come out, but it just doesn't.
Yeah.
But then you realize he is alive. He just has the melted fingers.
Yeah.
All right, there's that, and then before we get into this kind of is the ending. Well, before we get into that though, Andy Barclay wants to help Fiona Dourif.
Yeah.
And so he goes to the mental institution and says, "I need to get in there." And the guy says for him to leave. So he punches the cop. The next thing you know, he's in there.
Yeah.
In real life, you're going to jail, and then you're doing all that before.
Yeah, before they send you there.
It's not like you're just punching him. It's like, all right, now your time. It's just.
Yeah.
That took me out of it because that's just not the way it works.
Yeah.
But I'll roll with it for this movie.
Yeah.
So he's in there, and he gives a shaved-headed Chucky doll in there, dude. And that's when all hell breaks loose, and you realize the original Chucky doll just has to say the voodoo thing to another Chucky doll, and all of a sudden that's a Chucky doll.
Yeah.
So then you realize throughout all these movies, you haven't been watching the same Chucky. It could have been one of any. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dude, so there's 3 Chucky dolls walking around.
Yeah.
Dude, doctor walks in. He's like, or not the doctor. Who? Oh my god! Someone walks in. I don't remember who it is.
It's
that Spanish dude, right?
Yeah.
The gay guy. He was like the
security guard or something.
Yeah, he walks in. He's like looking at all 3 of them, like laughing, holding knives and everything.
Yeah, I just like it, and they look at him. They're kind of like, yeah.
My favorite joke in the whole thing is the one's like, "Man, I should kill Andy," blah blah blah, and the other one's like, "No, I should kill Andy," and the other one's like, "Well, look at my hair," and they're like, "Oh, you're right, go fuck him up." Yeah. Dude, I thought that was awesome.
That was a great scene. It really was.
And I love the way Chucky, the shaved head Chucky looks when he looks in the window where Andy Barclay is.
Yeah.
Dude, that was awesome. And,
dude,
but to make all things weirder is so Chucky does the curse thing to Fiona Dourif.
Yep.
So Fiona Dourif all of a sudden turns into Chucky.
Yeah.
So it's weird because she already looks like Brad Dourif to begin with.
I think that's why they did the makeup the way they did.
Yeah, and then now do you like her performance as Chucky, though? Like her laughing and, running around and stuff?
I kind of dug it. I mean, the one thing that I just have to say is, though, since when has voodoo possession cured paralysis?
Yeah.
I don't know. She also
gets up and starts walking away.
Yeah. But I did think that was cool with the doctor.
Yeah.
He turned this is for Nico or whatever and starts mushing his face.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I thought that was sick, dude. I love the gore in that, man.
Oh, yeah. And the thing there also is it's I don't know, is there a bit of does Chucky have a bit of a soft spot for her or what?
I don't know, man.
Because, I mean,
I
why...
think they're playing off the fact that it is really father and daughter,
Yeah. Yeah, it's really odd, to say the least.
Yeah.
But, it's good stuff. It really is.
This movie is, I give it huge props for tying literally everything together.
Yeah.
There's even little nods as when you see Andy Barclay in his house, he has a framed sweater from Kent Academy.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought
the
that was pretty good.
That,
Yeah, just simple little throwbacks, but,
Yeah. No,
we get it as fans.
I gotta say the scenery of this asylum gets kind of old after a while. I wish they would have cut to Andy Barclay a little more.
Yeah, it's way too drab.
Yeah.
I mean...
Just the brightness, yeah, exactly. It's just kind of boring setting.
Yeah. And I mean, I get it. It's supposed to be an insane asylum or whatever. I just find it funny. It's this: she's gone from a maximum security insane asylum to a supposedly medium security insane asylum that has one guard.
Yeah.
Who lets them do pretty much anything they want to do.
Right. And one thing, too, I got to add before we give a final rating that disturbed me. I can't believe I forgot about it till now. Mm-hmm. But that Madeline chick who carries Chucky like a legit baby.
Yeah.
And then, dude, like, it's like breastfeeding him and everything, and you see blood coming out the nip.
I know. That was
a weird part. That's the old woman.
Yeah.
It was like the only jump scare in the movie, but you remember the old woman's like, I died in here.
Oh, yeah.
And I came, and all of a sudden, it's this huge jump scare.
Yeah.
But there was that, and I love how Chucky's walking out with the knife, and it's the first time you actually see Chucky walking into this place, and she says something like,
she comes out and says the exact same thing. I died in here.
Yeah,
I become a ghost.
Chucky's like, aren't you that crazy bitch I was talking to last night?
Yeah. Oh, and then that was just. It was awesome just when he's like, okay, I've decided. You're next.
Yes.
He just goes down the hall. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
I just find it funny. I find it funny also, though, you got Fiona Dourif's character, like, cuts her wrists, and somehow Chucky miraculously fixes it.
Sewed it back together, yeah, without her waking up.
I know. He must have used voodoo.
Yeah.
And then no one notices the giant scar on her arm.
Yeah, I know. Before we move on to the final rating, this has continues the whole post cutscene tradition.
Yep.
What'd you think of the cutscene in this?
I dug it. At first, I didn't really get it.
You knew who it was, right? When
it took me a minute.
Yeah.
And then I realized, I was like,
well, the hat gives it away originally. The hat gives it away. I wasn't expecting that at all, man.
No, I mean, I was honestly expecting. I was expecting Andy to come walking out as Chucky.
Yeah. Oh, that would
be
the
cool. Idea that he tried his best, but eventually Chucky won.
Yeah, but I think it's cool though they did what they did because it furthers like the connection to everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
I just love that, she comes back in with the same leather hat, and she comes with a blowtorch.
Yeah.
Which Andy said to have fun or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like, Kyle? And then it ends.
Yeah.
I love, too, how in, like, the cutscene, like, in Curse, when Andy's scene done, it says, Alex Vincent is Andy Barkley. You know what I mean? Even though you just saw him for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Like, this one, it says her name as Kyle whatever.
Yeah.
So what would you give Colt?
I give it an 8.5.
Yeah, I gave what is it? Curse an 8.5, right?
Yeah.
So, man, I'm gonna give it an 8.5 too. It's equal. I don't know if it's because I'd have to give a better rating of multiple watches.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. I'm wondering if I liked it as much as I did because it was fresh. Like it was just a brand new. That's why it was entertaining. I don't know how it would hold up.
Yeah.
But for right now, they're both at 8.5. I think they're both equal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like Curse a bit more personally, but
Yeah, I think it's a better film. But as far as entertainment goes, like I said, I think it's just because this is fresh.
Yeah.
But it didn't disappoint me.
No.
Which is good. It wasn't goofy. I mean, there was some goofy parts, like him flicking her off and stuff.
Yeah.
But, like, there was stuff like that. But I still really enjoyed it enough to where when the next one comes out, I'll be stoked to get it.
Yeah, me too.
And I gotta say, I was pleasantly surprised that Glenn and Glenda wasn't in it.
There is still talk that they may show up in a
Don Mancini
in the
says
later
they're gonna
sequel.
Show up, yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's the sort of thing. If they do it right, it can work. But it's one of those things. Oh well, one thing we didn't touch on. What about the Tiffany doll
and
being in Cult of Chucky?
Oh, in the back seat.
Sat in the back seat, and the fact that it has like a soul in it as well.
Yeah, and
see, we're assuming that's Tiffany's soul in it.
Yeah, but Tiffany's driving, so.
Yeah, but what if it's not? What if that's just like another?
Yeah,
You
dude.
know, I don't
So
know.
there's definitely a bunch of things about it. I do gotta say too that Fiona Dourif, when she's sitting in that car,
Yeah.
she looks like how Brad Dourif would sit. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Kind of
Yeah.
hunched over, looking at her all weird and.
Oh yeah. And when she comes out wearing that coat and the long scarf and everything.
Yeah, like Charles Lee Ray.
Yeah, just like he wore in the first movie.
Yeah.
That was kind of awesome.
Yeah, man.
And then there was that kiss that was a little awkward.
Yeah, but it was still cool.
Yeah. No, I mean, like it was awkward because you could tell they were like, yeah.
They're two actresses, that.
Yeah. It didn't feel real.
They made a. I wonder how Brad Dourif thought about them sexualizing her so much, because you got the dude hooking up with her, you got the therapist doctor guy who tries to sleep with her.
Yeah.
And they hint that they have been sleeping together. And then when Brad Dourif first enters Fiona's body, or they possess her soul or whatever,
yeah,
she's like feeling herself and all that. Like,
yeah,
dude, like, yeah, they over sexualized her a lot, man.
Yeah.
All right, man. So
yeah,
we just got done reviewing all of the Chucky movies.
Yep.
To be honest with you, I'm glad it's over.
Yeah.
I feel Chucky'd out for sure.
I know what you mean. That's the problem with
long franchises.
Yeah.
So we I'm sure the next one won't come out for at least another 2 years, so that's enough time.
Yeah.
Because it was 4 years or so for this one to come out.
I think so. Yeah.
All right, man. So that's our first Halloween special. Now, at the end of the month, on the 26th or 27th, Jigsaw comes out.
Yep.
I assume I'm hoping you're seeing that first weekend, right?
First day, if not like night before, if I can.
Probably IMAX too.
If I can, yeah.
Yeah, because I think there's too much time in between for us to start the Saw now.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking today's Sunday, Friday, we'll record a show, and it'll just be a regular show, nothing crazy special, because it'll be a little more shorter episode, because after Friday's episode, the next week will be our Saw retrospective, and I gotta say, I'm really excited to watch all those again.
So am I. I mean, I haven't watched all the Saw movies in about, I think, 2-3 years.
Yeah. And Chester Bennington died and stuff, so he's in one of them. I'm excited to see the final chapter again.
Yeah.
I have them all on DVD, but I think I'm gonna order the Blu-ray set too.
Yeah, I got them all on single disc Blu-rays when they came out,
Yeah, well, the Blu-ray set's on sale for like $10 all the time.
Oh yeah,
so.
yeah, and I'm not sure, but I think it might have the uncut version of Part 1.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure. You'll if you get it, you'll have to check that, because from what I know, the uncut version has only ever been out on DVD.
Yeah.
Until it might be uncut on this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the next episode we'll be recording next Friday for sure.
Yeah.
Because I don't have anything that should get in the way of it. So we'll see you guys next Friday. This is Corey's Crypt.
And this is BDG Reviews.
Peace.
Peace.